Battalion for North Bay. Flips it to Russell. Same mate. Rebound chance. And scores! Open the curtains and give the people what they paid for. The Brandon Coach Show starts now. And he gets the Battalion going in game one. McDonald feathers it across to Van Steensel. Going in, Van Steensel right on net. Takes a shot. Saving. Rebound chance. McDonald scores! To Petrov, drops it back to Jackson. Petrov in front to Russell. He scores! Mitchell, the hustle, fires it in. It's 3-0 North Bay, and that's their first power play goal. Verbetic plays in, and now it's turned over. The Frontnacs in front of the net. They score. Francesco Arcuri gets the Frontnacs on the board. It's 3-1. On the turnover by the Battalion in their own zone. It says Arsby gets it up ahead to Van Steensel, and Van Steensel has a breakaway. Van Steensel in on net, back and forth, he scores! Oh, and Van Steensel takes out the goaltender Miralainen. It's a short-handed goal for the first-year forward, and the Battalion are up 4-1 in game one. North Bay clear it off the draw, get it out to the neutral zone. Now it's Van Steensel coming in again. Van Steensel gets thrown to the ice, and there's no goal coming there. Van Steensel, I mean, if that isn't denying someone of a scoring chance, I don't know what is. Van Steensel had control of the puck and was just thrown to the ice on the back check. And now Shane right with a shot. Rebound chance, and it's buried in the back of the net. The goal coming from Frasca, and it's 4-2 as the Frontnacs cut the lead in half here in the third. Belanger can't hold it. Russell is in the clear. Russell buries the empty netter. Mitchell, the hustle Russell, with his second two-goal game of the postseason. And the Battalion lead 5-3 with 1:45 remaining in game one. But the Frontnacs don't control the puck. Now they push it inside. Now they do. Centering pass, and they can't get a good shot. But it's loose in front, and Kingston scores. Chromiak buries it. It's back to a one-goal game, 5-4. Co has it for North Bay. He finds Russell. Russell sends it to the empty net. He scores. It's a hat trick for the hustle, and the Battalion lead it 6-4. 7 seconds ago as the Battalion dropped the puck in behind the blue line, and game one comes to an end. The Battalion take it 6-4 in the opener of the Eastern Conference semifinals over the Kingston Frontnacs.
And that was Friday night as the North Bay Battalion took game one of the best of 7 Eastern Conference semifinal series over the Kingston Frontnacs. North Bay hosting game 2 this afternoon on Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms, the grandmas, the wives, the sisters, the girlfriends. You do so much for us all year long. And it's like looking in the mirror, as one mom told me. She said, hey, I gotta look in the mirror and do my job every day to make sure my kids get through life in a successful way. So happy Mom's Day, and let's hope it's a happy Mother's Day for the North Bay Battalion as they host Kingston in Game 2. Welcome to the Game Day broadcast. Bob Coles with Derek Lindemann. Matt Sukram's got the call tonight. Courtney Kenny on the color. And Derek, Game 1, North Bay got off to a good start, led 2-0 after 1. Kingston battled hard, made it a one-goal game on a couple of occasions, but North Bay, the better team. What has Kingston got to do starting out in the first period to turn things around here in Game 2?
Everyone I talk to from the Kingston side, it's about getting started on time. They got to come out at the puck drop of the first period, play a full 60 minutes, not let the Battalion get that early lead and start playing catch-up. Kingston got into trouble early on. They fell behind, and unfortunately just weren't able to catch up to the North Bay Battalion. The Battalion played an excellent game, maybe took a couple minutes off in the third period, but it's going to take either team a full 60 minutes to come away with Game 2. Very important game for both squads.
Now, Kingston didn't go home after Friday night's game. They've been in the city, so lots of rest, no bus legs, as they say. This is the 6th meeting between the two teams. North Bay's won all 5, so you got to figure Kingston, just to get some confidence, a must-win for them today.
It's, a must-win for Kingston. They don't want to fall down 2-0. They know how stingy North Bay, the Battalion, are giving up goals. And for Kingston, you want to make that bus ride home after tonight's game a little bit easier with a victory, knowing that you've really taken home ice advantage back for the rest of the series, making North Bay now needing to win on the road. But again, it's going to be a tight game, and the Battalion are going to look to keep serve on home ice advantage.
Next 2 games in Kingston, Tuesday night and again on Thursday night with Game 5, if needed, Saturday night here at Memorial Gardens. Of course, before we talk about the Battalion today, let's talk about them Friday night, specifically head coach Ryan Houlihan. Let's hear that post-game interview right now.
Going into the series, we talked to Adam. He said he figured that this series is going to be all about who made the least amount of mistakes, and tonight there were a few of them. Just your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, there were a few mistakes. I think there were some learning moments there, especially in the third period for our group. But overall, I've said all season long, you never need to overanalyze a win. This is a good win for us. We got the job done, and a good start to the series.
Towards the end there, where they scored a couple of quick goals to make it within 1 goal, you guys get the empty netter, they come back and score again. You guys bent, but you never broke, and especially in an intense game like this in the playoffs, how did that feel on the bench seeing that? I mean, I'm sure you don't want to see the goals against, but to not break like a team lesser than this could have.
Well, again, you can just look in the guys' eyes. We had good bounce back there, and I think we feel as a group, we just get in a situation, late in the game with a lead, we know what to do with it, and ultimately, we had some big guys step up to the plate there late. Mitch Russell, Liam Arnsby, what a game he had. Big face-off guy right there. I mean, you just locked the door with those types of guys. So I think overall, not that you want to give up that lead, but, when you do get through it and you get through it on the right side, probably in the long run, it was a good learning experience for us.
You've talked about that identity line, and one guy who really brought the identity, I thought, tonight was Owen Van Steensel. I just thoughts on his play as well.
He brings it every single night. I mean, this kid is so impressive. He's unbelievable. It's the identity line is those guys are just so much fun. That's all I have to say on the bench. Identity, they know they're up. They know what they need to do, and they get rewarded on the score sheet tonight.
After Game 1 against Ottawa, I asked you, what do you think would be some of the adjustments you need to make going into Game 2? You said you didn't really see the series as one where you would be making a lot of adjustments on both sides for both teams. What do you see in this one going into Game 2?
Well, I mean, for us, there won't be much. I mean, we certainly noticed there's a lot of lineup changes for them throughout the game. So you got to keep an eye out on that and how the lineups maybe might tinker and things like that. But outside of, I think both teams are built on what they do really, really well, and we're going to stick with that. I see it as something like that, and Adam made a really good point before the series, and it's going to be the case with 2 really good offensive hockey teams. It's a team that's going to make the least amount of mistakes.
Perfect. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Okay, that was Friday night. Courtney Kenny with Ryan Houlihan. He mentioned Owen Van Steensel in that. I thought he was the best player on the ice on either team Friday night. I mean, he scored the exciting goal for sure, but he was hitting. His energy was high, skating really well, getting in good positions with the puck. I mean, what else can you say about his game on for a guy who didn't get a lot of fanfare, wasn't picked in the first round? He's a perfect fit to play with Liam Arnsby and Kyle McDonald.
What can you not say about the game Owen Van Steensel had Friday night? Blocking shots, involved in every play. Just like Ulan said, he's a kid that goes out there and plays 100%. He's giving everything, every shift out there. You know what you can expect. You know what? He's deserving of that second line ice time. He's a great fit for Arnsby and McDonald. What a lineup that is. Arnsby creates so much space for the rest of his teammates. McDonald's got that heavy shot, and Van Steensel, that work ethic. It's day in and day out. He is a solid player, and great to see him doing well in these playoffs.
I love how he just says identity, and everybody knows whose turn it is to get on the ice. Battalion lineup, not a lot of changes. In fact, I can't really see any out there. Unfortunately, Nick Seamus sitting again, but don't want to break up the winning lineup that is undefeated in the playoffs. Paul Christopoulos in his spot. His brother got a hat trick last night, so congratulations to the Christopoulos boys as they're playing great in the playoffs. But for Kingston, let's a number of changes. They're really trying to spread out their offense from line to line to line. They've got Shane Wright on the top line, of course, Zade Wisdom on the second line, and Chromiak and Edmonds on the third line, really trying to make it tougher, I guess, for Ryan Houlihan to match up.
Exactly, and that's what Kingston has to do. Try and spread out those 9 forwards that are so high-powered offense. I thought Edmonds and Chromiak were the best 2 players out there for Kingston the other night. Edmonds creating a lot of good scoring chances. Chromiak a great skater, but you can never look past Shane Wright or Zade Wisdom, who is leading Kingston in points right now, 14 in the playoffs. He's averaging 2 points a game so far.
Yeah, Kingston looking for that game from Shane Wright that has people pegging him as the number 1 choice in the NHL draft. He could be thinking about the priority selection and or the NHL draft, and the lottery is 2 days from now, so he'll probably learn what team he's going to in a couple of days. I don't know if that's weighing on his mind or not, but some of the challenges Kingston has. North Bay, no reason really to change their lineup, Derek, is there? I mean, it's the same line combinations, same defense pairings, and Joe Verbetic in net.
Exactly. Why change what's working for you? Houlihan, we've seen this lineup throughout even the regular season. Russell Jackson Cole getting the job done. Van Steens, Laurensby, McDonald, just energy nonstop. Petrov, Podolou, Tarasevic, they're starting to click together as a unit. I want to see Petrov maybe take a few more shots and not look to pass first. I want to see him shoot, and then outwater Wakely and Romani. Doesn't matter, whoever you put out there, they're going to be bringing it and can shut down those top guys from Kingston.
Yeah, North Bay a lot of depth. They got a 20-goal scorer on their 4th line. So what does that say about the Battalion? And we should be getting things underway momentarily. Game 2 of this best of 7, and should be a dandy this afternoon, I think. A lot of road action, Derek, for these Kingston Frontnacs, and they need a win, no doubt about it, against the Battalion. Probably going to get Kingston's best. And just one more comment for you, a thing you're looking forward to this afternoon.
I'm looking forward to the energy. North Bay, they want to get out early, bring that 7th man, that crowd into it, and make it difficult for Kingston out there on the ice. You got to dictate the play, keep it out wide, use your speed. Good things will happen and go to the net.
Of course, 3 other OHL games, all the action in the league this afternoon. The Sioux playing Flint, Kitchener against Windsor, and Hamilton in action against the Mississauga Steelheads this afternoon. Thank you, Derek. We'll talk to you at the intermission. And now we'll throw it over to the men who are going to call it for you, Matt Supram and Courtney Kent.
Thank you very much, Bob and Derek. And what a better way to get excited for a hockey game than by hearing Devil in a Midnight Mass by Billy Talent blaring through the speakers here at North Bay Memorial Gardens. Of course, a close second would be listening to Derek and Bob bring it through the pregame show. But Billy Talent just gets the blood pumping this time of year. And the Battalion out here ready to go in front of a actually rather lacking attendance here, it seems, this afternoon compared to Friday's game, which is unfortunate to say, as these kids are on quite the run. They've won 5 in a row here in the playoffs. They're a perfect 5-0, and they're getting ready to do battle here between the Battalion and the Kingston Frontnacs, as we'll get underway shortly. So just to give you a heads up, or a matchup, so far in the playoffs, it's Joe Verbetic versus Levi Merilainen as the goaltending combo. Verbetic has an .895 save percentage through 5 games and a .295 goals against average. And Merilainen has a 3.14 goals against average and an .899 save percentage. But so far head-to-head in the series, Verbetic has an .862 save percentage compared to Merilainen's .895 from Game 1. So, but we'll get all into the nitty-gritty of that here momentarily, as we're going to get ready with a Go Troops Go chant going on here at the Gardens. But we're going to get ready for O Canada here momentarily.
Let's recognize mothers who have joined us today. A happy Mother's Day from the troops. Now, ladies, please rise as IG North Management presents Linda Birch for the singing of our national anthem.
O Canada,
Thank you very much for that rendition of "O Canada" as we hear some Metallica now at North Bay Memorial Gardens. I'm just going to keep calling out music, but do they know that Dave Grohl played drums on Monkey Wrench? We're bringing that one back too. So the Battalion here getting ready for Game 2 against the Kingston Frontnacs. Shout out to Jason who's watching on YouTube right now. And of course, leave all your comments on there and we'll try and get our questions to Coach Ryan Houlihan post-game. Real quick, before I turn things over to Matt, who has the call for this one, Kingston so far through their last 5 are 3 losses and 2 wins, but they've sprinkled wins in there after every single loss. So we'll see how they bounce back here in this game. Whereas the Battalion on a 5-game winning streak so far through the playoffs. The first goal is going to be huge. Kingston is 1-0 when scoring the first goal. The Battalion are 2-0. However, when trailing after the first period, Kingston is 0-2 on the postseason so far. So that first goal is going to be huge, and it's going to be great, imperative to get a great first period here as I get ready to bring in now Matt Sukram, who will be taking you through the play-by-play.
Thanks, Courtney. Yes, just a couple of changes in the lineup for the Kingston Frontnacs. Just some movement around the line. Soto goes to line 2. Arcuri up to line 1. They made that change late in Game 1, the Frontnacs did, and they obviously liked the way it looked. That line produced some points, and so they're hoping that it can produce some more points as Game 2 commences. It's the Battalion moving the puck through the neutral zone. Avery Winslow with 2 goals so far in the postseason. He dumps it down into the Kingston zone. It's sent back around to the near side, and that is Murray who picks it up, flips it across to the far side to right, and dumped into the North Bay zone. Verbetic getting his 6th career postseason start. He leaves it behind the net for Nelson. He fires it down the ice, tipped off the stick of Van Steensel, and it's in behind the net. Van Steensel and now Arnsby battle back there. Arnsby comes back out down the left wing side, turns, fires. That shot is blocked in front of the Kingston net, and the Frontnacs get it out. Wisdom down the left wing to Frasca. Frasca towards the net. That shot is stopped by Joe Verbetic, his first of the game. Puck at the blue line. Shot comes in. That's stopped in the slot. Wisdom gets it back to Frasca. Back to the point. The shot goes wide of the net. Braden Hache on that release for the Frontnacs. Now Soto dumps it into the corner. Behind the net, it's controlled by Grayson Ladd. He flips it back to the near side to tonight's Mathurin. Mathurin, the first-year defender, sends it down the left wing. He finds Van Steensel, and he dumps it in. A minute and a half in to Game 2. No score here in the first, as the puck comes knocked out to the neutral zone. It's Paul Christopoulos, whose brother scored 3 goals last night for the Windsor Spitfires. Christopoulos dumps it in, comes back to the line. Christopoulos can't keep it in that time, and he'll have to backtrack to dump it back in. It's played by the Frontnacs deep in their own zone. They get it up to the blue line, cross neutral zone pass to Lucas Edmonds. Edmonds to the middle, to the right side, Belanger to Kromiev. Back to Edmonds, save made. Rebound chance on the doorstep. It's still loose, and Verbetic makes the save. A bouncing puck that went off a couple of skates and a couple of sticks, and Verbetic was able to find it through the traffic.
And if the first great scoring chance of the game goes to the Frontnacs on that play, as you just mentioned and brought us through with the play-by-play. But yeah, Verbetic getting quickly down on that puck when he finally saw it squirt loose. And the Battalion taking a little bit of exception there as the sticks were whacking in at Big Joe and net. So we'll see if that kind of boils over and continues on, as there was some chippy play in the first game. And, you know, these two teams, they've only met 4 times in the regular season, but so far don't seem like they like each other too much.
Sent into the Frontnac zone, and they send it right back out. This is the 3rd time North Bay and Kingston are facing each other in a postseason series since the Battalion moved to North Bay. In the Battalion zone, the puck at the line. Roger coming in, takes a shot. It's blocked off the body of Mathurin. It goes to the far side boards. Duncan Schneider, who was not in Game 1, plays it in behind the net. It's down to the point. That's Roger coming in with a shot. Save made, loose in the slot, but the Battalion take it away. And it's Wakely on that takeaway who carries it out of the zone. 3:45 into Game 2. No score here in the first, as Wright looks to bring it out of his own zone. Then he drops it back for Schneider. Schneider plays it across to the near side for Wright. Wright backhands it up to the blue line for Ludwinski, who scored in Game 1. And he sends it to Arcuri coming down the left wing side. Arcuri drops it back. Lots of room in front of the net. Backhand shot. Murray scores. The Frontnacs take the lead in Game 1, 4:06 into the first period.
Well, you got the feeling that it was just a matter of time for the Frontnacs as they filled out or continued on with their momentum that they had in game 1 in the third period, as it's been all Kingston through the first 3 minutes and 6 seconds here in this game. They lead shots on goal 5-0 so far in this period, and now they're up 1-0. And just a note, he wasn't the goal scorer, but Ludwinski through 7 games this playoffs already has 6 goals. So the rookie's having a great playoff run so far for Kingston.
What we've seen so far through the opening 3 minutes is the Kingston Frontnacs line shift combos has worked out so far as they did in the later stages of game 1. But the Battalion on the response now. Van Steensel behind the net, loose in front, and the Battalion can't bury it. Shot from the point, Lukin, and it's a kick save made by Miralainen. Arnsby sends it to the point. Christopoulos fires it in. Miralainen makes a save. One of the Battalion players, McDonald that is, got high sticked in front of the net. No call. McDonald has the puck, and his shot is blocked by Miralainen. Van Steensel throwing the body against Soto on the far side boards. The puck gets knocked away from that area. It's controlled by Wisdom, and Wisdom dumps it down the ice. Wisdom, who had a very strong first game, who was making all kinds of plays in the offensive zone for the Frontnacs, dumping that puck in and gets off the ice as the Battalion bring it right back into the Frontnacs zone, but they can't control the puck, and it's sent right out in the neutral zone. Mathurin drops behind his blue line, sends it back up to Petrov. Petrov over to Tarasevic. He's coming in on the right wing. Tarasevic throws a hit, gets the puck, sends it on net. Save made. Miralainen couldn't find it. It's back up high. At the line, it's Ladd. Across to the left side, Mathurin. Sent in, deflected by Petrov, and just wide of the net. On the far side boards, it's Podolou. He plays it in behind the net to Tarasevic. Tarasevic couldn't hold it back there. It's carried out of the zone by Edmonds, but Matvei Petrov on the back check knocks down Edmonds and gets control of it quickly. But then on the dump in, the Frontnacs are able to get it out of the zone. It's Edmonds down the right wing side. He dumps it in. Behind the net, Ladd has it for the North Bay Battalion. He sends it to the near side. 4:50 gone to begin this game. 1-0 Kingston as North Bay move the puck through the neutral zone. Played in behind the net, it's Schneider. Schneider lost it. It's set up in front of the Kingston net, but the defense of the Frontnacs quickly get it back and steer it away from the goal-scoring area. It's now outside the zone. Battle at the blue line. Outwater gets knocked down. Thibodeau couldn't move the puck forward for the Frontnacs, though. Winslow picks it up for North Bay, and he dumps it in. Played on the far side corner, it's Wakely for the Battalion. He moves down that right wing board. Plays it to the line for Nelson. He fires it high, off the glass. It comes to the middle of the zone and cleared away. At the line, Winslow keeps it in for North Bay. He dumps it to the far side corner. That's Schneider there. He can't clear the zone. Coming onto the ice was Russell to kick the puck back into the zone. It's flipped around to the far side boards. That's Schneider again. Down his right wing side. It's blocked at the line. Shot comes in wide of the net. Russell for the Battalion with 6 minutes gone has it on the half boards. He plays it to the corner to Coe. Coe moving down that left wing side. Turns back into the left side corner. Now he plays it behind the net for Jackson. Jackson moving down his right wing. Jackson to the top of the zone. Plays it to the half boards to Nelson. Nelson takes a shot deflected wide. Picked up behind the net by Russell. Plays it down to the point to Nelson. Nelson across to Winslow. His shot comes in, deflected off a body, and that one went wide. In the corner, now to the half boards. Russell has it on the right side. He feeds it behind the net, kicked out in front. The Frontnacs control and clear. 6.5 minutes into the first period. Frontnacs continue to lead, but North Bay putting the pressure on. Back into the attacking zone, it's Go. Centers it, and no one there for the Battalion to get a shot off. Into the neutral zone, Mathurin has it. He dumps it right back in. Delayed offside against North Bay, and that will buy the Frontnacs some time. They've been hemmed in their zone for quite some time here. And right back, the Battalion come again. Arnsby gets it up ahead to Van Steensel. Coming in on the left wing side. Sharp angle shot. Save made by Miralainen. On the half boards, it's Arcuri. Arcuri looking to move the puck out of the zone. He sends it up to Ludwinski. Coming in on the right side. Centers it to right. And Verbenek gets the save. Verbenek flashes the leather. He says, draft this, kid. Frontnacs stay ahead. It's 1-0.
I can't even respond to that. Thanks, Matt. That's so good. Yeah, Joe Verbetic coming up with probably the save of the series so far for the Battalion. You know, you just put all that pressure on Kingston, and then they come down with a great scoring chance with their first chance since their goal. And, you know, it's a lot different looking game if they're up 2-0 after all that pressure from North Bay. But since that goal, it's been all North Bay.
Here comes Roger. The shot is deflected and goes to the far side. Wisdom peeks it up. He sends it into the corner. Ladd trying to box out his man in that corner. Kicked around. It goes to the half boards. McDonald has it. He carries it out of the zone. Down the left wing for Van Steensel, who makes a move but just couldn't get past Roger at the end. And for Roger's effort, he gets a hit from McDonald. Now it's picked up by Christopoulos. Down the right wing for Van Steensel. Van Steensel into the corner. Played around behind the net. Roger picks it off for the Frontnacs. He finds Frasca moving down his right wing out to the neutral zone. He gets it up to Wisdom going into the zone. Wisdom centers it. Save made. Rebound chance, and Soto buries it. The Frontnacs lead 2-0. 7:45 into the first period.
If I'm Joe Verbetic on that one, I'm looking at my defense and saying, where are you? Because he made a heck of a save on that first effort, and then the second effort comes in. Kingston comes in, and nobody to stop Soto with a wide open net. If he missed the net, there'd be a talking to him after that one. But unfortunately for the Battalion, it's in the back of the net, and after a great effort and bounce back after that first Kingston goal, they find themselves down 2-0. As now we're getting the referee convening at the penalty box here.
I think they just want to get the correct numbers on that goal, unless they want to, challenge an offside maybe. But I mean, Wisdom entered the zone pretty cleanly in my mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to make sure they have the right numbers on the assist here, but no, there's definitely something being looked at. We can see across here at Memorial Gardens to the rafters where the off-ice goal judge officials sit, and I just saw the thumbs up, so it is going to be a goal. Or, I thought I saw it, yep. Someone's giving somebody the thumbs up. There it is, that's a goal.
Well, we know that North Bay has the firepower to jump back in this game, as PA announcer Brian Floyd's kind of giving the Don Cherry what's going on here.
I'm
from
not
Coach's
sure
Corner.
what I saw there, yeah. But you mentioned, you had a good point there about the defense of the Battalion. On the previous shift, it was Mathurin who was out there for a little too long. Yes, it was mostly offense, but that was a giveaway. And now another giveaway for the Battalion right on the line. Kingston comes in the zone and scores. This time it's Martin Chromiak who dekes around the goaltender Verbetic. And all of a sudden it is 3-0 for the Frontnacs with still 11:58 to go, and Dominic DiVincentis is about to come out and make his first career postseason appearance.
Absolutely lethargic effort for the North Bay Battalion through the first 8 minutes of this game, as Dom DiVincentis is going to make his first ever playoff appearance as well on top of that.
And that's rough because first goal, not a ton that Joe could do on that one. Second one the same. The third one, Chromiak just made a great move to get in front of him. But you're wondering, okay, where is the defense on those first two, or on those second two goals? So Chromiak's going to get his third goal of the season. That's the third goal of the game scored for Kingston. And boy, talk about taking the air out of the crowd here. Matthew Soto's goal at 7:45 is his first postseason goal. And so the Battalion, who were really making the Frontnacs work for about 4 straight minutes earlier in this period, are now facing a mountain of a comeback here. It's 3-0 in the first period for the Frontnacs. But here comes Brandon Coe down the ice, drags it, goes to the backhand, and just missed putting that one in over the shoulder of Miralainen. That's what you want out of your overage player of the year. Dumped back into the Frontnacs zone, they send it out. Winslow chasing it down the ice. Plays it across to the far side to Nelson. Down the middle for Jackson. To the left side, Russell comes over the blue line. Russell tangled up at the blue line. He gets some space now. Sends it in. Shot is blocked. Russell to the left side. Nelson, shot is stopped. And then nobody could get the rebound for the guys in the green shirts. It's down to the point. Nelson keeps it in. Walking in, plays it down low to Go right back to the middle to Nelson. But he couldn't get the good shot off. He skated right between the defenders in the slot, but just couldn't get a shot off. Now it's Jackson in the corner. He's battling hard here. The puck comes to the middle. It's picked up by Parrish of the Frontnacs, and he dumps it out. Christopoulos catches it right at center ice and tries to play it forward. Wright blocks it, and then he sends it back to Murray behind the blue line. And now the Frontnacs take their time, and they'll skate down the ice with it. It's Wisdom coming down the right wing side. He lost it over the blue line. McDonald sends it to Van Steensel. Van Steensel over the blue line back to McDonald. McDonald trying to get around Hache. Hache throws McDonald down, and he goes hard into the boards. The puck goes to the far side. It's Van Steensel with it. Van Steensel behind a defender, goes in front of the net, comes to the point. Christopoulos shot, big rebound, but nobody there on the left side of the zone. It's Lucan at the line. He keeps it in. Sends it to the far side to McDonald. McDonald into the corner to Arnsby. Arnsby in front, sharp angle shot, and that one stopped. Van Steensel gets the puck back, sends it to the point. Lucan across to the right side. Christopoulos. He fires it off the end boards. Picked up on the side of the net by Arnsby. Arnsby battling, looking to pass in the slot. That gets blocked by Wisdom. And Wisdom of the Frontnacs carries it to the far side corner. Arnsby knocks him down, but not before he gets the puck to Hache on the near side. Hache takes his time. He's not even moving the puck forward as the Battalion all changed to get some fresh legs out there, and that allowed Hache to hold the puck in the zone. He finally sends it down the center ice for Edmonds, who gets it up to Chromiak with 8:50 remaining in the first period. It's a 3-0 Kingston game as the Battalion are looking to get one on the board here, but it's the Frontnacs attacking now. There's a shot blocked by Mathurin. He went down. He gets back up, appears to be okay. As the puck comes around to the near side boards, it's Petrov with it. He sends it to the far side to Lucan. Lucan up to the line, across to the left side, Mathurin. Mathurin coming into the zone. Mathurin stops it at the blue line, now sends it in behind the net. Back there is Parrish. He sends it around to the near side to Edmonds. Edmonds lost it at the line. Mathurin dumps it back in for North Bay with 8:20 remaining in the first. Behind the net, it's Potelou for the Battalion. He lost control of it back there, taken away by Belanger, and he sends it down the ice. North Bay down 3-0 as they get some fresh legs out there. Mathurin can't get a pass up to Outwater, and the puck goes the length of the ice. No, it never got to the goal line before the Frontnacs played it, so they'll just look to bring it out. Schneider on the far side dumps it in to the North Bay zone. In behind the net, DiVincentis with his first touch of the puck in this game, coming in relief for Joe Verbetic. It's sent in behind the net. Stewart back there. He's battling Ladd. Wakely throws a hit on the far side boards. The puck's still there. To the line. It's stopped by Schneider. He sends it in. Stop. Rebound chance, and DiVincentis makes the save. 7:37 remaining in the first period. North Bay down 3-0. Let's check in with Bob.
Not the best start for the North Bay Battalion and their fans for sure. Battalion fans still in the game though, supporting their group, but Kingston started on time, no doubt about it, using their speed, really dominating play for much of the first 12 minutes or so. Joe Verbetic left the game. My view is he didn't look sharp on one of the goals, but it's really to get his team in the game. Coach Houlihan really trying to get them motivated, and it's a lot of hockey still to be played. The McDonald line looks good. They're creating some zone time, but in the first intermission, we'll hear from some of the future North Bay Battalion players. But right now, the Battalion need a goal before intermission here. But starting to get a little momentum, but they got a long road, Courtney.
Absolutely they do, and as we look over at the Battalion bench, as Matt pointed out to me, Ryan Houlihan already got the whiteboard out, and he's already making some changes to what he sees out there and saying, look, as Matt said, we just had probably the worst 13 minutes we could possibly have. Let's go and, own the next 47 minutes. But if there's any bright side to this, the Battalion on offense looked fantastic. The Battalion on defense looked like a AAA hockey team.
Yeah, they have not started well. Again, as you said, offensively, on the Kingston side of the red line of the ice, I mean, they look like they should be winning 3-0 right now.
Absolutely, and you got to get the feeling that it's just a matter of time before they get a goal.
Mm-hmm. Face off inside the North Bay zone. The Battalion are going to get it out. Puck brought down at center ice. Wright has it for the Frontnacs. He sends it into the zone looking for Ludwinski. It's knocked off the boards and out of the zone. Murray has it for the Frontnacs. Plays up to Arcuri. He drops it back for Murray. Murray looking down his right wing from his own blue line. Sends it up to Arcuri. And he dumps it in to the North Bay zone behind the net. Nelson fires it to the far side boards. Wright gets the puck. Now he gets it knocked off his stick, and it's Brandon Coe who has it. He sends it up the middle. It's Nelson and Winslow leading the charge down the ice. Sent around to the far side boards for Russell. Russell holding it on those boards, walks into the circle, takes the shot and scores! Mitchell Russell with his 4th goal in the last 4 periods gets the Battalion on the boards. The hustle cuts it to a 2-goal lead. It's now 3-1 for the Frontnacs.
Who else but Mitch Russell would be the guy to get the troops back on the board, and you felt like that top line for them, it was a matter of time, as we had literally just finished saying, on offense the troops look dangerous, and they go down the ice, and that's what we call being a lot better at analysis than saying there's some frozen water and vulcanized rubber out there.
But again, I wonder if, they drew up part of the game plan with Winslow and Nelson, both of them coming out of the left side of the zone, leading that charge into the attacking end.
Absolutely, that's a different look for sure, as we get a quick whistle off the face-off as the puck hits the Jumbotron above center ice. But yeah, that's a different look for sure. We don't see that very often. Usually it's one or the other as opposed to both. But I have a question for you, Matt, and producer Ben just brought it up to me, and it's one that I echo. And I have a question for anyone who could be listening. When does Mitch Russell get a pro contract?
There's a lot of scouts in the building again tonight. Arizona, Florida, Minnesota, Detroit, they're all here. Philly's here again.
I mean, Danny Briere's kind of neat. Bob's pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Sent down the ice, icing called against the Frontnacs. 6:26 remaining in the first period. 3-1, the Frontnacs lead. And I think now they can breathe a little bit. Okay, 2 goals, but we've got 6.5 minutes here, and then 40 minutes after that.
Well, and that's what happened against Ottawa in the first game second game. They were down 3-1 at one point in that first period after Ottawa scored 3 straight. So it's just North Bay's turn.
Off the draw, Petrov coming through the slot. He gets tripped up, couldn't get a shot off, but he's going to draw the first penalty of the game. As the Frontnacs touch it, it's sent down the ice, and tripping will be the call coming up against the Frontnacs. It is Roger, check that, Hache going into the box.
And this power play is brought to you by the Noah Strong campaign. Head on over to the website, noahstrong.ca. Find out if you're an organ donor, as April was Organ Donor Month. I know we're into May now, but still doesn't hurt to push that message. And I just have to say, albeit a forward, kind of almost looked like Bobby Orr on that.
Pass across to Petrov, fires it off the shoulder and then into the glove of the goaltender, Miralainen. And Petrov wants one. He has not scored in the first 5 postseason games for the North Bay Battalion yet.
No, he definitely needs the one. He needs to get off the schneid, you would say. But, Matvei Petrov, always looking dangerous out there, and he's always a threat to score.
Into the corner, now behind the net. Russell sends it back up high to Nelson. Nelson walking into the circle, cuts to the middle, tries to feed it through, and it's knocked off his stick by Shane Wright. It's a foot race to the puck, and Wright hits Nelson in the boards, and now it's a 2-on-0. Wright with the shot, and it's over the crossbar. Now the Battalion on the counterattack. Here comes Nelson back into the zone. Nelson down the left wing side. Centers it through the slot. Picked up on the far side boards by Russell. Sent to the point to Coe. Coe into the corner for Jackson. Back to the circle to Coe. Coe to the middle to Nelson. Nelson to the left side. Petrov's shot is off the blocker of Miralainen. There was daylight on the left side of the net, and Miralainen just came over in time. Now Petrov with the puck. Back into the zone. Drops it back to Jackson. Jackson across into the middle to Coe. The backhanded chance just gets stopped by Miralainen. Sent to the middle. That is Ladd walking in. His shot is stopped. Diving in front of it was Belanger on that one. Back out of the zone and sent down the ice. 45 seconds remaining in the power play for the Battalion. Their first of the game. 5 minutes to go in period number 1. It's 3-1 for the Frontnacs as Van Steensel brings it back in the zone. He gets hit hard by Roger. Van Steensel and Roger had quite the battle in game 1. Now it's picking up again in game 2. At the point, Ladd across to the right side. McDonald has it. He plays it behind the net. Arnsby's there. He chips it along the board, skating over Ladd. He can't hold it in the zone, and now the Frontnacs get it out of the zone. It's Ludwinski with Wisdom. Wisdom looked like he might have gone offside there, but no call on that play, and the Frontnacs just dump it all the way back down to their end of the ice, and now they send it down the other way, and that will kill all the time on the penalty to Haché. He's out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 with 4:10 remaining in the first period. It's 3-1 for the Frontnacs as the Battalion will go 0 for 1 on their first power play. It's Chromiak in the middle to Edmonds. Edmonds sends it on net wide of the net. It goes to the far side boards. That's Chromiak there. They're trying to get it out of the zone. Out water. Gets it up ahead to Wakely. Now across to Romani. He's behind the defender towards the net, but great play by Parrish to block Romani's shot. Romani gets it back, centers it from a third, but he can't get a shot off. Now he plays it in behind the net. They try to center it. That got blocked as well. The Frontnacs try to clear. They can. It's back below the goal line. Parrish picks it up back there for the Frontnacs, and he clears the zone. In the neutral zone, it's Edmonds for the Frontnacs. He dumps it down into the North Bay end with 3:20 to play in this 3-1 first period for the Frontnacs. The Battalion get it back up to the neutral zone. Wakely plays it up ahead. Coe and Russell collide, but, well, kind of just bump into each other at the blue line, and that allows neither of them to pick up the puck, and that allows Wright to go all the way down the ice. Wright to the goal line, sends it in front, but the shot is stopped by DiVincentis, who holds on to it for a stoppage in play. 3-1 Kingston with 3:05 to go.
You know, for Dom DiVincentis to come in is a bit of a tough situation for him. He hasn't played in a little while. I think his last game came against the Sudbury Wolves on the Friday night after the last home game against the Oshawa Generals here before the playoffs began. So that's a couple of weeks now with no game action for Dom DiVincentis, but so far he's held the fort for the troops when needed.
Off the draw, the Battalion dump it out all the way into the Frontenac zone, and the Frontenacs look to play it out. Roger down the left wing for Wright, who's getting a ton of ice time in the latter half of this period. He sends it up to Arcuri, who sends it on net. It's deflected and goes into the corner. Now to the half boards in the middle. Ludwinski's there, the shot, and DiVincentis makes the save.
Well, you with the North Bay Battalion in Game 1, I mentioned this to Ryan in the post-game scrum, is that, they bent, but they didn't break, and you hope that the North Bay Battalion do that in this game as well, as they've scored the 1 goal, so a 2-goal deficit sounds a lot better than a 3-goal deficit with 2:40 left in the first period, but again, we have to stress this is early in the game. There's a lot of hockey left to be played.
DiVincentis has made 3 saves since coming in at the 8:02 mark of the first period. Sent to the far side of the North Bay zone. It's the Battalion who are able to get it out. It's Podolou going down the ice. Podolou trying to get around Parrish. He gets a sharp shot from the sharp angle on the far side, but it's stopped by Miraline and kicked to the near side boards. As the Battalion battle for it down there, Tarasevic on the half boards trying to play it to the point. It comes out of the zone, and it's Mathurin on it. Mathurin up to the blue line. Tarasevic tried to get it over to Petrov. They couldn't get it there as the Frontnacs clear the zone again. Belanger on the far side. Podolou tries to run him over. Belanger keeps control of the puck, and he dumps it in on the right wing. 2 minutes to play in the first period. North Bay down 3-1. It's in the far side corner. They chip it along the far side boards. It comes back around to the near side. Edmonds has it. Check that. That was Belanger that had it in the corner. He sends it down to the point, and they try to bring it back up high, but that's blocked by North Bay, and they clear the zone. Now McDonald down his left wing side. He drives to the net. He gets pushed into the post. The net comes off its moorings, and we'll have a stoppage in play to reset on that side. 1:32 remaining. It's 3-1 Kingston.
Well, with Kyle McDonald getting hit towards the post, he actually deflected the Kingston defender that hit him into the post. So when you look at the Kingston defender, I think it was Haché that did the hit. You have to kind of wonder, would you be trying to hit Kyle McDonald again when you took the brunt of that one?
Yeah, probably not. This has been a physical series. And we're only 4 periods into it, so I think both teams are establishing who their big bodies are and trying to take advantage of it. Sent down the ice out of the Frontnac zone into the North Bay end. Here comes Frasca towards the net. Bouncing puck just goes wide. 1:15 remaining in period number 1. 3-1 Frontnacs lead. It goes up to McDonald in the neutral zone. Sent down the ice. It's Steven Chentis playing it behind the net. He sends it to the far side to Nelson. Nelson in the corner, and Arnsby trying to move the puck out of the zone, but Frasca steals it. He goes behind the net. He's got Wisdom with him. Wisdom sends it to the point. That's Murray there. Murray walking to the middle, to the right side. Sends it to the slot. Now back up high to Roger. Roger coming down the left wing side. Sends it through the slot, and nobody's there. And now Liam Arnsby behind the play. He goes down on one knee as the whistle is blown, and Arnsby is bleeding on the ice, and not sure where that's coming. Oh, it's coming up from his face area. He clearly got high sticked. Not sure if it was a stick or it might have been the puck, but it doesn't look like there's going to be anything called there. I wonder if it was his own teammate that got him when they crossed each other in front of the net. We'll see if anything comes of it here. Oh yeah, it looked like it might have been the puck that hit him. And Arnsby just kind of held his face in his glove for quite some time. And the officials are having a chat. Now, I don't know if that kind of play might be reviewable or not. I don't think it is. Now, because if there is a penalty, they can review whether the penalty should have been a 2 or a 5 or a misconduct or something like that. But if they never called a penalty initially, we wonder what might happen there. There's also a chance that they might just say, I think what's happening is we're going to end the period. I think we're going to end the period 46 seconds early here.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do here.
So that they can clean up the blood, flood the ice, and then they would come out and play a 20-minute, 46-second second period.
Well, and that's something that Ben and I saw in Niagara, and it was strange when we were in Niagara. So they played 46 seconds with the goaltenders in their normal positions. Then they flip sides for the second period. So technically they'll still come out, play 46 seconds. The horn will go, and then they'll play another 20. But I think that's probably the right call.
Now I think they're actually reviewing if it should be a penalty or not. Yeah, we just heard the play itself is under review.
There's frozen water, vulcanized rubber. Hockey players are doing things on it.
So just to
and there's blood this time.
Yeah, just to recap, the Frontnacs have a 3-1 lead. They jumped out to a 3-0 lead before Mitch Russell scored at the 13:06 mark, his 8th of the postseason and his 4th in the last 4 periods. 4 goals already this series for Russell, as he had a hat trick in game 1. And he had the opening goal for the Battalion here. So now the officials have their helmets back on. There is a delay because Liam Arnsby got high-sticked at some point and was bleeding on the ice, so they are cleaning up the blood from that play. Now, there was no penalty called initially. Yep. Now, after review, it looks like Zaid Wisdom is going to the box, and it's going to be 4 minutes. So it's going to be 2 for, I believe, high sticking, and then 2, the extra 2 for the blood. So we've still got guys cleaning up the ice, and the officials are out there ready to drop the puck here.
Yeah, I don't think they know.
There's one guy out there still.
There's still blood on the ice, guys. Where are you going?
Okay.
I'm so confused. Hockey's happening. Let's do that hockey.
Okay, so I guess we're ready to go. 46 seconds remaining in the period. North Bay drop the puck back to Nelson. To the right side, back to the middle. Nelson takes a shot, and it's a save made by Miralainen. Rebound comes right out to the point to Nelson. Across to the left side, Petrov. Petrov drops it back to Nelson on the left side of the zone. Sends it in front. Jackson shot, stop, rebound. Chance he can't bury that one either. Kyle Jackson was right on the doorstep mirror line and made a big save. 20 seconds remaining in the period. North Bay down 3-1, but they've got that double minor working for them here. It's Petrov coming in on the left side, sending it to the corner to Russell. Back up high in the zone to Nelson. Nelson sends it in. Glove save made by Miralainen.
Yeah, it's really funny, or not funny. It's interesting watching the puck go down the ice, and there's still being spatterings of blood on the ice from where Liam Arnsby was hit. But hey, that's just kind of the world we're living in right now with 8.3 seconds left here in this opening frame of this period. And nice thing for the troops is they'll be able to keep this top power play unit out there right at the start of the period too, with after some rest in the intermission.
Face off to the left side of the zone. Russell to take the draw for North Bay. He can't win that draw. Murray will clear it down the ice. It will go the length of the ice, and that will end period number 1. There will be 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining on the double minor penalty to Wisdom. And Wisdom came out of the box and was heading to the North Bay zone, and the official was saying, "Get back to your bench." Yikes. I guess he didn't want to talk to him.
I guess not. No, I guess he just.
I'm wondering if he wanted to discuss why he was in the penalty box in the first place. Anyway, period number 1 comes to an end. A wild first period. It's 3-1 for the visiting Frontnacs over the North Bay Battalion in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. All right, let's send things over to Bob.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Interesting period of hockey for sure. We'll get Derek's thoughts on it. Then we're going to hear from the top three battalion draft picks in the recent priority selection, and we look forward to that. So, Derek, let's talk. Kingston came out ready to go. Unlike the other night, they were down 2-0 after 1. They took a 3-0 lead. North Bay, they chased Joe Verbetic. Dom DiVincentis in there now. North Bay did get on the board on a big goal by Mitchell Russell, and a big opportunity when the second starts with that power play. But Kingston, you got to give them good credit. They were ready to go today.
They definitely were ready. A little bit more patience I found from the Kingston offense, making Joe Verbetic just make that initial move and opening up space between the defenders and Verbetic. I really like the pushback the Battalion had after that first goal. They weren't able to solve Miralainen and even things up, and then a couple mental mistakes. Verbetic maybe a little too deep in his net, allowing Kingston to walk around him to tuck the puck in, a couple tight goals. And I really like the goaltending change. Verbetic has played 5 solid games so far in the playoffs. DiVincentis will come in with a little bit of a fresher mind, and you know what, he settled the team down there, allowing North Bay to get that 1 goal to make it a 2-goal game into this late into the first period. And now this power play, they can get some momentum if they can come out in the second and get a power play goal quickly.
We'll have the stats in a second. Mississauga and Hamilton playing right now 1-1 in the first period. That's Game 2. Hamilton won the opener in that series. Later, it's going to be the Sioux and Flint at 4 o'clock, Game 2 of that series. The Greyhounds lost Game 1 the other night, and Kitchener and Windsor go back-to-back. They play Game 2 tonight. The Spitfires won an exciting game last night. How about Kitchener defeating London and trying to defeat Windsor as well, back-to-back. Of course, former Battalion Alex Christopoulos had 3 of Windsor's 6 goals last night. Power plays, North Bay with 3 in the first period. Faceoffs won 9-8 Battalion, no power plays for Kingston. Jake Murray opened the scoring, his 3rd from Francesco Arcuri and Paul Ludwinski at 3:06. Matthew Soto from Jordan Frasca and Zaid Wisdom at 7:45. And Martin Chromiak's 3rd at 8:02 from Lucas Perrick. Mitchell Russell, North Bay's only goal, his 8th of the playoffs, and he scored 3 straight Battalion goals with the 2 empty netters from the other night, unassisted at 13:06. Penalties, Hash for tripping at 13:43 for Kingston. Wisdom for high sticking, 2 penalties, so 2 minors, and there's 1:14 left on the first one, and then the second one, depending or not if North Bay scores. So we'll follow that as we go. Want to get you also, Derek, on the situation regarding the goaltending change. Was it Joe Verbetic not playing well, or do you think Ryan Uihlein was just trying to shake up his team? And because I noticed he went to the whiteboard and, you know, had some things to say to his defense too.
I think it was maybe a little bit of both. Like I said earlier, Verbetic has played 5 solid games so far in the playoffs. Just give him a little bit of a mental rest there after giving up 3 goals on 9 shots. I do think the defense were playing a little more hesitant, a little deeper in the offensive zone, allowing Kingston a little bit more room in front to make a couple late moves and tucking that puck in. I really like the way Devin Sensis has come in, and he's played solid in the second half of that first period. I think it was totally just to settle down the troops. They seem to have a little bit bounce back after that Russell goal, and then that double minor to Wisdom. It looks like they've got a little bit of spark in their jump after the start of that power play, and they still got 3:14 left to start the second period on the man advantage.
Okay, Derek, 16 players picked in the recent OHL priority selection by the North Bay Battalion. The Battalion picked 20th in the first round. That wasn't last. There were a few more. There were some additional picks because certain players wouldn't report to the teams that drafted them at the last draft. So the Battalion picked Ethan Procession of the North Central Predators U16 team, 20th overall. Let's hear from him now.
How many teams did you talk to before the draft? 20?
I think at least all of them. I don't think I talked to Flint was the only one I didn't talk to.
What did they ask? What kind of questions did you get asked, and what did you think about the whole draft process as a kid who's not even 16 yet? Were you nervous the whole time, or how were you?
I'd say I was a bit nervous for most teams and stuff like that, but it was just exciting, and I really enjoyed it.
And when you got your name called, or when you got the call, or you found out, what went through your mind? What went through your family's mind?
Everyone was excited, and it was just a big thing, a big dream that I've had over the couple of last years, and it was awesome.
Getting up here to North Bay the day after the draft, what's it like coming through the town, putting the jersey on the first time? How does it feel?
It's awesome. It's amazing. Can't wait to start and just play.
How would you describe yourself as a player? And are there any players that are in the OHL or maybe especially the NHL that you might emulate or feel like you'd like to be that guy?
Yeah, I'd say Patrice Bergeron's a big one. He's like a 200-foot player, leader on his team. He's a good offensive player, defensive player as well, and he's just overall a great player.
Getting some experience in the OJ this year as well. What's it like stepping up playing Junior A, and how do you think it's going to help you?
Helped me a lot. The size, faster pace than a minor midget a bit. Bigger guys, more speed, so it just helped me a lot in the OHL.
That's good for me. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And that was Ethan Procession, North Bay's first-round pick, 20th overall. He is a right winger, and look forward to seeing him next season. A tough team to make, though, is you got several young players coming back. So we'll get Derek's thoughts on all of these picks once you hear from them. Also, North Bay did not pick in the second round, but their next pick came in the third round. They had 2 picks in the third round. First of all, it was Jacob Tarian of the Clarington Toros. Let's hear from him.
What went through your mind when you heard your name called?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Seeing people go by and picks go by, I started to get nervous, but when I got picked, it was a relief, and it's great to be picked by such a great organization.
What do you hope to do year one? Because this is a team that's got a lot of good players coming back. You know, you might not get a chance to play a lot your first year, so you have to kind of, coming from a situation where you probably played all the time, how are you mentally going to prepare for that?
Yeah, so I think if I play as a 16-year-old, it's going to be a big learning year. Start to learn the system, get experience, and come back stronger my 17-year-old year and make a bigger impact on the team.
That's good for me.
Getting up here again, same question I asked before, but putting the jersey on the first time, just what's your thoughts and feelings going through this?
Yeah, it's such a great feeling. I know how great of an organization North Bay is, so yeah, it's a great feeling.
Actually, I'm going to ask you one more question. Obviously, you know, because you're not the biggest kid out there, of course, if they can't catch you, they can't hit you. So has that been your motto your whole life?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm a pretty quick player, but I also like to play physical too and lay the body myself. So, yeah.
I've been forward.
Have you had any interactions with any of the players on the team? Have they welcomed you in yet? Or?
Yeah, I got a few calls last night. First one was Ty Nelson, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, it was great.
Actually, I want to ask you one more. When you're watching the draft, you know that these names that you know are getting picked. And you're going, when am I getting called? Does that got to go through your mind as well?
Yeah, it definitely was. Started to get nervous, but it was a relief when I got picked, and it was a great feeling.
It's good for me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And that was Jacob Tarian of the Clarington Toros. He is also a right winger. So the Battalion picking 2 right wingers with their top 2 picks. They also picked a defenseman, Braden Turley of the Mississauga Senators. Let's hear about him.
So first one from me, again, I asked the other guys this, but getting here to town the day after the draft, putting on the jersey the first time, what's the thoughts going through your mind?
Obviously it's amazing, like finally putting on that OHL jersey, and just with such a great organization here in North Bay, just what they have going on, it's just an honor. I'm just really excited to get started.
Comparatively speaking, who's your favorite NHL player? Who would you like to model your game after?
I kind of have 2 different answers. I'm a Leaf fan, so Austin Matthews, he's my favorite player. But someone I'd say I'd compare my game to would be someone like Victor Hedman of the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's just good in all 3 zones. He's reliable out there, and he's just strong defense.
He's a massive, awesome player. Yeah.
You yourself, I just wanted to ask about winning the OHL Cup and the experience that you can draw from that and moving forward.
It was obviously an amazing experience. It's what every kid dreams of their whole minor hockey career. And just to do it with those kids I've been with for 6-7 years, it's just an amazing way to end my minor hockey career.
Is it still a battle, or maybe not, that's not the right word, but a choice between playing college hockey and playing OHL hockey, or was it always OHL for you?
It was pretty much always OHL for me. I'm a big Michigan fan, I'd say. I watch Michigan, I follow them, Michigan football, stuff like that. But it was pretty obvious that OHL was a chance. It was the route I wanted to take, and I'm proud I end up in North Bay.
Michigan finally had a good year.
Perfect.
And that was Greg Estabrooks and Courtney Kenny interviewing the top 3 Battalion picks in the recent OHL priority selection. Ethan Procession, a right winger, but Battalion hoped to turn him into a center. Jacob Tarian is a defenseman and a right winger, and the defenseman pick was Braden Turley. Greg in his question referred to Tarian as being slightly diminutive, you could say, for OHL standards, Derek. He's 5'5", weighs 152, but there's some pretty good small players out there, so obviously they're drafting him for his skill. But what do you think of those 3 guys that the Battalion picked in the priority selection?
I really like the early 3 selections from the priority selection. You're basically restocking the cupboards. We know how deep this team is, and we're technically only losing 3 guys in Coe, Russell, and Grayson Ladd. So right there, you got two forwards and a D. But it's all about restocking the cupboard. Your first pick, Ethan Precision. He's one of the leadership groups from the North Central Predators. He's a guy that could fit into this lineup right away as early as next year. He knows where the net is. He's going to find that net, and he reminds me of a young Brandon Coe, just like when Coe was selected 3rd overall back in 2017. He's got that same mentality. He's same body type, and I'd like to see him flourish the same as Coe did. And then Jacob Tarian, 5'5", skilled forward, fast. He's not afraid to go into corners and mix it up with those bigger bodies. He mentioned himself that he likes to play the body himself. So that's what you like from those smaller guys. They're not afraid to get out there and take a hit or give a hit if needed to. And Turley, he played with the Senators on the OHL Cup winning team. He's going to bring that experience, that winning reputation that they like to draft here in North Bay. He's going to join the likes of Mathern and Lucan and Winslow Nelson, all those guys on the back end. This North Bay team is doing a really good job stocking up their cupboard for the future. This isn't a team that just wants to make one run. They want to be competitive year after year after year, and by doing that, you need to restock your cupboard every draft, and I think all 20 players, deservedly so, deserve to be looked at to maybe earn a spot on this team sometime in the future.
And nobody is surprised that the first guy to call or text the new Battalion picks would be Ty Nelson. He was the first guy who got hold of Owen Atwater was his pick, so Ty Nelson, just such a leader for this team and trying to make guys feel comfortable. Not in the middle of a playoff run, but but being a good future teammate.
Definitely so. We've talked so much during the regular season about his leadership qualities. Even though he's not necessarily wearing a letter out there on the ice, he's one of those leaders. He'll be the first guy to go over and congratulate someone for blocking a shot or sticking up for another opponent. He's calling those first rounders. He called out Water as soon as he got drafted. He's calling the 3 guys this year. He's that leader. He's the future of this team. You know what? He's deservedly so, showing that leadership. He's going to get a high look this year in the NHL draft.
And we got a McIver coming, goalie Michael McIver. Of course, we had Marcus McIver here, and for 2 years started his career in Brampton, and he was part of that OHL Eastern Conference Championship team. So McIver is a good vibe. Not related, but thought I'd mention that as well. Second period, and of course we should also say the top 3 lines and 5 of the defensemen are really set for the Battalion next year, so there's not going to be a lot of spots with these players. That's how deep they are, but that's a good thing. Let's talk about the second period. North Bay got on the board, narrowed the lead to 2. Now they're in the power play with Wisdom off for another 3:14 potentially. This part of the game, the first 3 minutes, could be huge into who wins this game, right?
Definitely so. North Bay was getting some momentum there at the end of that first period. They got that goal from Russell. They're now finding themselves on the power play. They got a couple good looks on that first 46 seconds of the power play. Got an opportunity in tight. Maryline had to come across and make a big left pad save. If they can keep that momentum going, if they can get one in the first minute and take just that first part of that double minor off the board and continue with the power play, it'd be interesting if they can get at least 1, maybe 2 in that 3:14 and tie things up here. Just start of the second period.
Yeah, a 3-goal lead in the third period, a lot different than a 3-goal lead in the first. So much hockey to be played, and the Battalion are coming out now. They've just left their dressing room. And the Kingston Frontnacs have been out for about 30 seconds. We know what North Bay's got to do. What's Kingston got to do in the second period, Derek, to keep that lead?
Keep the foot on the gas. We talk about so much. I think we talked before the game with the radio announcer over there for Kingston, and he said they're a team that might fall asleep if they get out to a big lead. So for Kingston, it's just to keep the foot on, keep staying in this game, and not allow the Battalion to battle back into it.
All right, Derek, I thought we had a chance to do play-by-play in color, but the boys are back. I guess they had some good popcorn down below, and second period coming up.
Very good popcorn, Bob. Maybe they should start giving us a discount down there because, we might as well keep giving them free advertising while we're up here. At home on YouTube, come on over to the Gardens. Don't come to the game, just come for the popcorn. That's what we're here for. So, anyways, yes, the North Bay Battalion looking to get things going here, and they'll have a momentum on their side, hopefully, at the start of the second period as they have 3:14 left on the man advantage. And they scored the most recent goal out of the 4 goals scored in that first period. So, the troops, if they're looking to get back into this game, here's a golden opportunity, Matt.
And you talked about it in the pregame show about how important scoring that first goal is to the end result for both these teams. And, talking to some of the Kingston folks as well, they were saying that if we are going to beat North Bay, we have to get off to a good start. 3-0 lead in the first is probably the best start you could hope for. But North Bay cut into that. It's 3-1 as the puck drops for period number 2. The Battalion with a 3:14 power play to begin this second period. It's sent into the North Bay zone as Ty Nelson picks it up. He moves it up to the blue line, dishes it off to the left side to Jackson, now to Russell. Russell coming in, the shot just wide, glove side. Jackson off the boards, down to the point. Nelson across to the left side is Petrov. Down low to Russell, back up high to Nelson. To the right side, Cole lets it go by him. It's into the corner. Jackson gets a hit. Russell looking for the puck behind the net. He gets it to Petrov in the circle. Down to the point, Nelson. Back to Petrov, walking in, down low. And that was Russell on the goal line. He tried to backhand it, but didn't. And then he fell over Murray and had to give up the possession of the puck. But now the Battalion bring it right back into the zone after it got cleared. Coe in the middle, can't get a shot. And it's sent down the ice by the Frontnacs. It is Nelson to the near side to Petrov. He drops back behind the blue line. Now he goes up to the enemy blue line, going in on the left side, into the half boards, losing the puck. Possession of the puck was Arnsby, and that allows Frasca to come the other way. He turns it over, and now the Battalion going back the other way. It is Winslow in behind the net. Winslow into the corner. He sends it to the half boards to Arnsby on the far side. Back to the right side, it's McDonald. Across to the left side, that is Winslow. Winslow to the point, Ladd. Now to McDonald, walking in, the shot that stopped. Picked up off the boards by McDonald. To the middle, his shot saved again. Big rebound, but the Frontnacs clear it down the ice. Good to see Arnsby back out there. He's now wearing a face cage after getting cut in the first period. That led to this double minor power play, which the Battalion still have a minute 20 remaining as we are almost 2 minutes into the period. The Battalion trail 3-1, but as they bring the puck in, they're looking to inch in closer. They send it on that bouncing puck, but denied. Good little play there by Van Steensel to just chip the puck at the blocker's side of the net on Miralainen. It is all the way into the North Bay zone now with a minute remaining on the power play. Jackson through the neutral zone. He finds Russell coming in over the blue line. Russell to the middle, goes to the left side, drops back to the line. He finds Coe on the right side boards. Coe to the goal line to Jackson. Jackson back to Coe. Coe to the point, that's Nelson there. To the right side, Coe. Coe back pass to Nelson. Big slot shot stopped. A second chance, and that one's blocked as well. The second one got through. The first one hit Ludwinski, and he's still heeled over a bit. Now it's Coe coming in, and his shot goes wide. Big ricochet off the boards, and it's sent down the ice. DiVincentis stops it all the way in his far side corner. Still with the puck, DiVincentis waiting to, saying, is anyone coming back to get this thing or what? He finally gives it up to Nelson, who drops it back to Russell. He comes in over the blue line. Russell down the middle, makes a move, sends it to Jackson. The shot that gets stopped by Frasca in front of the net. 6 seconds remaining on the power play. We are 3:10 into the period. Behind the net, Nelson is there in the slot, can't get a shot of. He turns, sends it to goal, he scores! Open the curtains and give the people what they want. The Coe Show starts now. It's 3-2 in the second.
Well, if you pay attention to power play, sure, it ends when the counter's done. But you always have a few seconds of residual power play where you still have the man advantage as the guy's trying to get back into his zone from the penalty box. That's what caused that goal. The Battalion is going to go down as an even strength goal, but it's going to basically be almost a power play goal as Brandon Coe was left all alone on the doorstep of Miralainen's net, and now it's a 3-2 hockey game. And who else but Mitchell Russell and Brandon Coe being the 2 goal scorers in this game so far.
Technically, they will be 0 for 3, but you're right. Wisdom was coming out of the box, and then you have to make the decision as a coach. Do you send them into the zone? Do you make them wait behind the blue line to maybe get that breakout play? Or because he's a forward, do you get him to the bench and bring out a defender to try and stop that opportunity? There's a lot of decision-making that goes on when that door opens up. Unfortunately, you know, sometimes you make the decision too late, and that's what happened there for the North Bay Battalion, who took advantage of that costly mistake, and Brandon Coe is able to bury what should be his 5th goal of this postseason.
And we have another goal that's under review, it looks like. They're looking at something across from us here.
Potentially an offside call. We'll wait and see. We haven't seen a replay here at the Gardens just yet. .16:43 remaining in the second period. It is still 3-1. We'll get a look here as the Battalion come over the line, and it looks like this one's getting called back.
Not a fan of that. That's a very tight play. I mean, I got it offside is offside, but it's that's a tough call to play, especially when he's tied up with the Kingston player. But again, it doesn't change anything, as Caputi now on the bench for the Frontnacs is trying to get the referees to come over and talk to him.
He's had a lot of chats with the officials so far.
And it's going to count.
That's going to be a goal.
Hockey's happening. Yes.
So the North Bay Battalion get the goal. Okay, well, we'll try to sort it out the next break as the Frontnacs are trying to get that one back on the board here. It's 3-2 in the second period. The Frontnacs have control. There's a shot on net wide. Picked up on the near side by Ludwinski. Ludwinski sends it to the middle, to the point, walking in the shot. It snaps the stick of Potalu in half as he blocked the shot, and now a second one from the slot is sent wide of the net. Played on the near side boards. The Battalion trying to get the puck out of the zone, and they finally do. Tarasevich tried to send it up to Potalu. That got blocked, but then Tarasevich follows it up, and it's sent into the corner. Potalu in that corner now. Sends it behind the net. Arnsby's back there. Arnsby down the left wing side to the point to Christopoulos. Christopoulos fires it wide of the net. Bounces out of the corner into the middle, and it's cleared by Kromiak. He sends it down the ice, gets it onto the stick of Arcuri, and as Van Steensel hits Arcuri, I was surprised. I thought that one was going to get called there, but that one didn't get called either, so we'll keep playing here. 4:40 into the second period. It's 3-2 with the Frontnacs leading. Zaid Wisdom over the blue line to Kromiak. Back to the right side, Wisdom. Back to Kromiak. The shot, blocker save made by the goaltender, DiVincentis. Now it's in the slot, right with the shot, and it just squirts wide of the net on the glove side of DiVincentis. On the half boards now. It is McDonald. He sends it to the corner. Christopoulos flips it to the far side to Ladd. He sends it up the middle, or down the left wing boards to Van Steensel, who finds Arnsby in the middle, and Arnsby finds McDonald at the Frontnacs blue line, and he dumps it into the zone. That's picked up on the far side by Wisdom of the Frontnacs, and they get it out of the zone. It's right over the blue line. Drops it for Wisdom. To the right side for Parrish. Behind the net, right. Tried to play it in front of the net. That got blocked, and North Bay get out of the zone. It's Jackson down the right wing for McDonald. He can't get it in the zone with it, and another stick snaps in half. This time it's Braden Hache trying to get the puck out of the zone, and the blade just comes flying off. The puck back up to the Kingston blue line. It's Coe. Sends it to the point to Jackson walking in. Jackson's shot stopped. Big rebound, but nobody can get there for North Bay. It's on the far side boards with 5:45 gone in the period. At the line, the shot comes in. It goes to the near side corner. North Bay down 3-2, but they've got control in the attacking zone. It's Russell behind the net. He kicks it out in front. Coe is in the area. He sends it to the point to Nelson. Nelson, backhands on front. Save made. Another chance, and Jackson's shot is blocked as well. Two backhanders, two deniers by Miralainen. It comes up to the line. Russell kicks it in. The Battalion have to get over the blue line. Hache has it for Frontnacs, and he dumps it down the ice. It's Frasca who picks it up at the blue line. His shot in and out of the glove of DiVincentis. It goes to the far side corner. In behind the net. It's Edmonds back there. The hometown boy centers it, and then the puck bounces wide of the net. It's picked up on the near side by Wakely, and he dumps it into the Frontnac zone. Wakely behind the net. He lost the puck, but he steals it back. Sends it to Romani in front. He scores! Anthony Romani with his first career playoff goal. Ties game 2-2.
Anthony Romani proving again to be a wise lineup decision by Ryan Houlihan, as he's now picked up goals in both series here against the 67s and the Frontnacs now, and that's absolutely what you love to see on that guy who they're starting to think might be the steal of the 2021 OHL priority selection.
Sorry, not his first career playoff goal, his second career playoff goal, as Wakely with the steal. I mean, Wakely, first-year player, goes in against two veteran D guys in arguably the best defensive pairing that the Frontnacs had in game one in Parrish and Murray. He goes in, dumps the puck in, lost it behind the net, comes back and steals it back and just finds Romani. And Romani, I mean, talk about calm and cool, all kinds of time in front of the net, and he buries it under the Ottawa Senators draft pick, Levi Miralainen, and all of a sudden it's tied at 3 with 7 minutes gone in the second period.
And we've talked about it before on the broadcast, on the podcast, about how this team in December needed to address secondary scoring. They did that with the trade for Kyle McDonald, but it's also come internally as well, with guys like Anthony Romani, Owen Oatwater, Owen Van Steensel, Colin Wakely. You know, these guys picking up the pace, Potalu, Sema, you know, all these guys started to really put it together. And what a great steal for Romani and Wakely And the goal, what a gorgeous goal from Romani. You'll see that on the OHL later tonight.
Romani also had to make a little stick check move as well after Wakely passing the puck because he had one defender coming back in, and that defender overskated him when he made that little move. So now the Frontnacs, whose 3-goal lead from the first period has evaporated into thin air. We're back to even footing as game 2 continues with 7.5 gone in this second period. The Battalion dumped the puck down the ice. Sarasevich chasing, but Miralainen gets to the puck at his own goal line and dumps it back out. Down the ice, it's touched by Wisdom behind the red line, and it will be an icing call against the Kingston Frontnacs with 7:40 gone in the second period.
Well, Matt, and you know, those at home, if you're listening to the podcast this week, you know that Matt was my standing co-host this week, which again, huge thank you, Matt. And Adam Dennis told us in that, and I brought it up to Ryan after the post game. You know, we asked him for a preview. He said both these teams are offensive teams. It'll be the team who makes the least amount of mistakes that'll come out on top. So far in this game, both teams have made 3 mistakes. 3 major mistakes, I should say.
Yeah, 3 mistakes that have led to, or 6 mistakes that have led to 6 goals in this game. And maybe again, after the Battalion got that first one, allowed them to breathe a little bit and just play the game and say, hey, we've got a lot of time here. We just need 2 now. And they got those 2, and now they're looking for more. 11:55 to play as it's sent down the ice into the Frontnacs zone. The Frontnacs looking to play it out. Wright has it, sends it up to the point, and they lost control of it as Coe found it. He dumps it back in, but Roger has it, sends it to the near side to Hache. Now up ahead to Lewinsky. Lewinsky back behind his own blue line to Roger, and Roger will now backtrack toward his own net. He dumps it out. Van Steensel stops it, gets it over the line to McDonald. McDonald in the zone, takes a shot just wide of the net. On the near side boards, Van Steensel throws a hit but can't find the puck. Hache gets to it for the Frontnacs, and he sends it down the left wing for Ludwinski. He gets over the blue line, sends it into the near side corner. Christopoulos and Edmonds battle for it back there. Sent behind the net to Nelson. Nelson gets it up to the line. Murray, they're saying he kept it in as he dumps it back towards DiVincentis, and he will calmly just cover the puck with his glove and hold on to it for a stoppage here. 11:03 to go in the second period. It is 3-3 between the Battalion and the Frontnacs.
What a game we have here, and Matt, I know you weren't here for game 2 against the Ottawa 67s, but this is pretty much what it was like for that one. And as the guy who has to go home and cut highlights after this one is going to put me to work here with 6 goals already. Had to cut 10 goals in the first game. We got 6 in this one, and we're only halfway through.
Here comes Arnsby through the neutral zone, over the blue line. Arnsby fans on the pass, gets it back to himself, but then his shot gets blocked. Parrish has it. He plays it right in front of his own net, but his defensive partner is able to steer it away from that area, and now it's Chromiak going down the other way. He sends it on the Battalion net, and it goes through the slot unscathed into the far side corner now. Chromiak controlling it there, sends it to the line. Roger overskates the puck, and it comes out to the neutral zone. Now Parrish has it for the Frontnacs, and he dumps it down the ice. And the puck goes through the neutral zone. They had about 7 guys on the ice there, but the officials decide not to call it as they were in transition into getting off the ice, and the Frontnacs never had control of the puck in that moment, but there are a lot of white shirts out there on the ice momentarily. Halfway through the second period, it's 3-3 as the puck is sent back into to the North Bay end. Behind the net, controlled by the Frontnacs. Hughes to the middle. He takes a shot that's stopped by DiVincentis, and he holds onto it for stoppage and play. And after the buzzer went, Stewart kind of got a little too close to DiVincentis, and then Christopoulos didn't like that, so he started throwing some fists there, and we'll see if anything comes out of that penalty-wise. But we are halfway through the second period. It's 3-3, and we'll turn things over to Bob Coles.
Geez, I haven't run that fast, and, well, I've never run that fast. 3-3. I tell you, we talked a lot about Kingston in the first period, racing off to a 3-0 lead. How about the North Bay Battalion tying the game? And Battalion have proven all season long, you want to play high scoring, we can play that game too. Mitchell Russell and Brandon Coe getting huge goals, and Anthony Romani, Mike, that's one of the highlight goals of the year. I mean, you can see why Nick Seema's having trouble getting in the lineup, the way Anthony Romani is showing his performance as a rookie. So no deficit. Well, the Battalion have tied it. Dom DiVincentis has found the net, and it's going to be fun. Second intermission, we'll hear from Derek Lindemann. We'll talk about the game, and we'll also update the NHL playoff scoreboard. Boston leading over Carolina at last check in Game 4. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Bob. And of course, 9:50 here left in the second period. And we look forward to seeing your second intermission report with Derek Lindemann as usual. We're very excited to see how these final 9 minutes and 50 seconds here turn up in the second period, Matt.
DiVincentis 6 for 6 since coming into the game. Make it 7 for 7 off that quick shot off the draw.
That was by Shane Wright, too.
Frontnacs with now 17 shots total. The Battalion at 21. 9:45 remaining in the second. It is 3-3. The Battalion 0 for 3 on their power plays. The Frontnacs haven't had a power play yet. And the Battalion leading 13-10 in the face-off dot to this point of the game.
Well, when we talk about special teams, the troops really do need to do a better job of getting a goal on the special or on the man advantage, because Kingston keeps giving them chances.
And they might get another one here as Coe is coming into the zone. He got hit pretty hard. Looked like a high elbow, but nothing came out of that either. So, play continues as the Frontnacs send the puck down the ice. Ladd has it behind his own net in the North Bay zone with 9:20 to go. Feeds it down the left wing. Coe coming in. Stops on the half board, sends it to Russell in the near side circle. At the goal line to Jackson. Jackson centers it. It gets through to the point to Nelson. Nelson sends it on net. That's deflected into the far side corner. Wright gets to the puck. Coe knocks him down, and that's going to get called. Extra attacker out there for the Frontnacs as they bring the puck into the North Bay zone. Mathurin touches it for the Battalion, and so the North Bay Battalion will be penalized now, and Coe followed Shane Wright all the way into the Battalion zone and was still jawing at him before the officials say, hey, let's go, get to the box.
Well, two things here as we get ready for our penalty kill, brought to you by pucksupport.com. Head on over to the website, learn about Brady Leavold, check out some of their merchandise. But, I mean, two things. You knew that a makeup call was coming against the troops. Number two, that's a penalty all day, every day. Sure, Shane Wright may have fell a little bit, but you're also protecting, one of the premier players in this league. So that's going to be a penalty regardless of regular season or not. So I understand the call. It's unfortunate that it happened, but it is a legitimate penalty call in my mind.
So Coe in the box as the Battalion dump the puck down the ice to kill off the first few seconds here of the penalty kill. And it's Chromiak moving it through the neutral zone. Sends it to the right side. Played him behind the net. Chromiak into the corner. Down to the point is Wright. To the near side, Edmonds. To the left side, Wright. Wright walking to the middle. Sends it to the slot. Backhanded shot. Save made. Rebound chance. And DiVincentis denies Wright on that one-time shot through the slot.
Interesting setup here for the Frontnacs, too, is all 5 players are forwards. And there's no defenseman out there like the Battalion have Ty Nelson on the first unit or Winslow and Ladd on the other one. And they do a good job moving the puck around and cycling it around and trying to spread North Bay out to get those shooting lanes.
Yeah, Wright had the puck at the line, sent it up to Frasca, and then Wright was the guy receiving it in between the hash marks after that pass. 8:11 to go in the second period, 3-3 the score. Face-off in the North Bay zone. It's sent to Edmonds at the point. To the left side, that's Chromiak. Edmonds can't handle the pass at the line, and it comes loose into the neutral zone. Arcuri is able to chase it down, and he turns and goes back into the zone on the left wing side. In behind the net, still controlling it. Sends it to the half-boards to Wright. Wright to the point to Edmonds. He lost it, and Russell comes down the ice. It's a 2-on-0. Russell to Tarasevich to Russell. Back to Tarasevich, and he gets denied. Miralainen with a beautiful save to deny Tarasevich of what should have been his first postseason goal.
One too many passes is what we're going to chalk that one up to, I think. By the time that Tarasevich got it to shoot it, he was in way too deep on Miralainen, whereas you want to be out a little bit just in front of the crease to try and get that shot going. But unfortunately for the Battalion, no shorthanded goal there, and I just want to take you through the numbers real quick. Kingston in the playoffs, 4 for 17 at 23.5% on the power play. Penalty kill, the Troops have given up 1 on 12 chances at 91.7%.
And you had to think that after that performance, Edmonds is coming off the ice, and he is now, as that secondary unit gets out there twice at the line, couldn't hold on to the puck there. Second one leading to a 2-on-0. Belanger with the shot. That goes into the corner. Russell picks it up, and he dumps it down the ice. It's a foot race to it. McDonald against Parrish, and McDonald actually gets the puck first, and now he's just shielding the puck along the board. Shades of Mike Amadio there. McDonald is knocked down off a high hit in between the numbers. And no call coming there. 15 seconds remaining on the Frontnacs power play. Belanger with it. 3-3 the score as he sends it to Parrish. Parrish, his shot is blocked by Van Steensel. Owen Van Steensel sends it down the ice right to the chest of Miralainen. And with 5 seconds remaining, the Battalion are about to kill off this penalty here. Coe returns to the ice as Belanger brings it into the North Bay zone. He sends it to the right side of the corner to Wisdom. Wisdom's pass goes through to the boards and out to the neutral zone with 6.5 to go in the second period. 3-3 the score as the Battalion retreat back into their own zone. They've got control of the puck behind the net. Centered out in front, it's Chromiak's shot, and a huge save by DiVincentis. The Battalion did not realize that Chromiak was set up right there, but Dom made a huge glove save. Well, it went off his glove and over the glass and out of play to keep this game tied at 3 with 6:18 to go in the second.
Dom, ice in his veins, DiVincentis. Gonna make a stick, just like I made Dom Doc DiVincentis stick earlier. Everyone calls him that, right? Anyways, Battalion looking great on that penalty kill for sure. And the other thing that we talk about how scary good the Battalion power play is, Kingston's second unit has Zayd Wisdom out there. That's how scary good Kingston's power play is as well. So the Troops doing a really good job on the penalty kill, not really letting them get many opportunities, and coming away, the Troops really coming away with the best chance of that entire thing, or of that entire opportunity, after scoring a shorthanded goal in game 1 already.
No, you're right. Both power plays can be lethal, that's for sure. Here comes Petrov out of the North Bay zone. Sends it down the left wing for Jackson. You got Petrov, Coe, and Jackson out there on this top line as of right now, as they dump the puck into the Kingston zone. The shot comes out of the zone all the way down the ice towards DiVincentis, who makes the glove save. I wonder if it's just because Russell was playing with Tarasevic on that penalty kill, so they just shuffling the lines a little bit there. We'll see what happens.
I think that's what's going on here, is that Russell, he played out there for a lot of that penalty kill, so he's just going to get, here it comes now, so as Petrov comes off, so I think that's just what it was to give Russell a bit of a breather, considering Coe had a 2-minute one, so.
That's right. An unwanted 2-minute break, that's for sure, for Brandon Coe. As Coe sends it down the ice to Russell. Russell one-on-one into the zone. Mitchell's shot is stopped by Miralainen. Mitchell Russell was going one-on-one with Murray into the zone and still got a good shot off. And Murray had him beat on the inside, and Russell, as the puck is blown down, Russell is a right-handed shot coming down the left wing, so Murray had an opportunity to take that puck. All he had to do was poke it. It's not like Russell could shield it from shooting on his left side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the puck was towards Murray for sure, so it's interesting that he didn't try, or maybe he just, in the heat of the moment didn't really think about it, as we're seeing some roses given out to some mothers here in attendance. It makes you wonder what he was thinking while that was going down, so good opportunity for Mitch Russell now, and that's 2 straight shifts that he's had a golden opportunity for the Troops.
5.5 to play in this second period. It's 3-3 the Battalion with 2 goals in this second period to tie the game in what was once a 3-0 Kingston lead. Now the next goal goes without saying. It's going to be a big one no matter who gets it. Play inside the Frontnacs zone. They clear it to the neutral zone. It is Wisdom coming in on the right wing side over the blue line. He sends it behind the net on the end boards. Takes a hit by Winslow. The puck to the point. It goes down to Haché. Haché fires it back around the far side. The Battalion get control of it. They send it back behind their own net. It's Nelson who sends it down the right wing for Tarasevic and gets it out to the neutral zone. The Frontnacs control. They turn it over. North Bay looking to go the other way. It's Petrov coming in to the left side. Tarasevic back in front to Petrov. He could not get a stick on it on that slap pass coming up to the net. Now it's Frasca going the other way. It is Winslow on the back check. Frasca gets kept to the outside of the zone and sends it into the corner. It comes down the half boards. Arcuri is there. He battles out water for the puck. The puck comes loose. It's Romani going the other way. He sends it right towards the goaltender from behind the blue line. And Miralainen now plays it back up ahead to right. Right up to Arcuri coming in over the North Bay blue line. He goes offside with Wright just a step ahead of him. 4:18 remaining in the second period. 3-3 the score.
The thing that's neat about this Troops team is that they started off the game absolutely abysmal defensively, but since then they've really clamped down and done what they've had to do to keep Kingston to not really, helping them. They've still gotten some great chances, but they've really minimized it and they've crashed the net so that way you're not getting those secondary chances, which is what sunk them in the first 10 minutes of this game.
Just must be that thought process of, well, our starter, had to come out of the game. And a lot of that might have been our fault, so we better figure it out. 4 minutes to go as the Frontnacs bring the puck through the zone. There's a shot on net, save made by DiVincentis.
And I mean, that's something, just to go off that point, that's something we haven't seen a lot of this year, is one of the goaltenders being pulled. I mean, I don't even really remember it in the second half at all whatsoever between Dom or Joe, so.
Definitely not the second half.
No, I mean, they were just so good down the second half stretch that, I mean, if they played that way the whole year, they're definitely finishing, I think, ahead of Hamilton in the standings, but at least maybe in the first half. But that's the thing, is I'm grasping at straws to be like, I don't remember the last time that a goaltender was pulled here from the Battalion.
Off the draw, the Battalion send it down the ice. It'll roll right towards Miralainen, who has to play it to the near side, to the far side to Roger. He carries it behind the net, finds Haché down his left wing. Haché gets it up through the neutral zone to the blue line, and Arnsby and Chromiak battle for the puck into the zone. Arnsby wins the battle, and he finds McDonald coming out of the zone. McDonald and Haché go back the other way, and Haché is able to just chip at the puck to get it over the blue line. North Bay dumps it right back in. Behind the net, it is Miralainen, sends it to the near side to Haché, who dumps it right towards DiVincentis, and then the puck was just sitting in the slot with a couple of guys barreling down, but the Battalion on the back check are able to get the puck out of that area, and then on the clear, they hit the scoreboard at center ice. So with 3:16 to go, crack open a beer. It's 3-3 in the second.
I wish we could up here. It's pretty warm up here, so a nice cool beer or beverage in general would not be a bad time. Are we allowed to say that on YouTube? Yeah, whatever. Anyways, it's already happened, so.
3:16. Stone Cold Steve Austin would tell you to crack one.
Well, you know what? I'm for that, But the question is, does he get more on his face or in his mouth?
Playback underway in the slot, in behind the North Bay net. The Frontnacs looking for control. The puck comes loose, and the Battalion get it out of the zone. Coe up to Russell, over the blue line, into the corner. Jackson battling for it. It comes to the middle of the zone. The Battalion have control. Russell takes a shot. It's stopped. It's caught up under the shorts, and now it's back in front of the net. Miralainen can't find it. The puck comes loose to the near side. Nelson has it. Takes a shot. That gets blocked by Belanger, and the Frontnacs will clear out of the zone. Miralainen was down without his stick and wasn't able to get up, but Nelson couldn't control the puck either. Just a bit of a comedy of errors on that play. 2:20 to play in the period. 3-3 the score. Coe gets it out of his zone. Down the ice, he finds Petrov. In behind the net, and Parrish runs into him. Both players appear to be okay, but that was a violent hit with Petrov already going down, and Parrish not able to put on the brakes. Play continues inside the zone. It's Petrov to the half boards on the far side. Now he skates to the middle, sends it up, down low to Tarasevic, and he fans on the shot. Tarasevic gets the puck back, sends it to the corner. Now to the middle. Petrov's shot is stopped by the goaltender Miralainen. Into the corner on the near side. Wakely to the point to Christopoulos. Behind the net to Petrov. Petrov Sends it in front looking for Tarasevic. He can't get it to him. Now Tarasevic is hit from behind. Head first into the boards. The official does not make the call. It's down the point. Christopoulos shot comes in. That's stopped. Tarasevic has it. Miralainen out of net again. The pass to the middle. That gets blocked. It goes down the point to Mathurin. Back into the half boards to Tarasevic to the point. Christopoulos, his shot deflected wide by Wakely. Now McDonald has it on the far side to Tarasevic in the middle. His shot gets blocked again. The pass goes to the half boards on the far side. Wisdom has it for the Frontnacs. He gets it up to the blue line, and it is cleared. And down the ice goes Frasca now one-on-one with Christopoulos. His shot goes off the stick and over the glass and out of play. 1:03 remaining in this second period. 3-3 the score. And the Battalion are incensed right now as they cannot believe they didn't get a call on that play behind the net.
Yeah, that's a dangerous hit on Tarasevic. And I have to also say, while talking about him, what a shift he just had, though, with chance
Great
after
shift.
chance. That third line looked great, and also we're seeing the Battalion do a little bit of line juggling now too, as Wakely coming out in the place of Potaloo up on that third line. So we'll see what happens there if that continues throughout the rest of the game. And
then McDonald had to come on out there. He was with Wakely and Tarasevic for a little bit as well. There's a play in front of the Kingston net. The puck is in front. Van Steensel shot is gloved down by Miralainen. He's flashing the leather as well. That's going to be his 27th save of the game on 30 shots for the Battalion, and it's 3-3 with 49 seconds remaining in the second period.
You remember when the Kingston Frontnacs were up 5-0 in the shot category? Pepper Ridge Farm remembers, so. But I mean, I'm not counting my chickens before the hatch. The troops have just done a really good job after allowing that third goal of just really turning this game a complete 180 and really dominating Kingston here for the past couple of minutes.
Into the far side corner in the Frontnac zone. Van Steensel trying to control the puck there as time winds down. Arnsby's trying to help him out. He gets it, centers it to McDonald, and then the puck is poked away from that area into the corner. Van Steensel sends it back in behind the net. Into the half boards, Ladd pinching in. He can't hold the puck. And now Frasca and Arnsby go one-on-one in the zone. Arnsby's pulled down. Frasca lost the puck, and Arnsby gets back up and clears the zone. It's McDonald in the neutral zone. He comes in on the right side. McDonald to the middle. The shot goes wide. On the half boards, it's Ladd with the puck. Ladd at the blue line. To Winslow, the shot. Save made, punched away. 5 seconds ago. It's Ladd under the circle, takes a shot. That goes wide, and the period will come to an end. The Battalion with an entertaining 20 minutes there. As we head to the third, it's tied at 3 in Game 2.
Wow, this is what playoff hockey's all about, gentlemen. The Battalion coming down looking improbable after how terrible the first 10 minutes of the game went. And looking rather improbable of getting back into this one like they have, but here we are in a 3-3 hockey game, and to take you through everything that just happened in that second intermission or period and more, here's Bob and Derek. Bob?
Thank you very much, Courtney. Yes, Battalion back in it. Good 20 minutes. Really got control of that period and scored the only 2 goals to tie it at 3. Lots to talk about around the OHL today. Mississauga and Hamilton tied at 2. 7 minutes to go in the second period. Another playoff goal for Mason McTavish for the Bulldogs. We'll have the Battalion stats in a moment. At 4 o'clock, the Sioux and Flint play Game 2. The Greyhounds drop Game 1, so after today, the next 2 games will be in the Sioux. And Kitchener and Windsor play tonight, Game number 2. The Spitfires won a thriller last night. Stats in this one, it was 3-1 Kingston after 1. North Bay with 2 unanswered in the second. Shots on goal, 19-7 Battalion after 2. In the second, rather. 14-12 Kingston in the first, so 31-21 North Bay. Power plays, 0 for 1 for the Frontnacs, 0 for 3 for the Battalion. Faceoffs won 20-16 North Bay. In the first period, Kingston got goals from Jake Murray, his third, Matthew Soto, and Martin Chromiak is third. Mitchell Russell's 8th for North Bay, unassisted. Second period, Brandon Coe made it a 1-goal game at 3:17 with his 5th goal of the playoffs. That's 13 goals from the combination of Russell and Coe. Ty Nelson and Mitchell Russell with the assist. So another multi-point game for Russell. Anthony Romani with the goal of the game, I think, for the Battalion anyway. His second playoff goal from Dallin Wakely at 6:42. Penalties, just 1. Coe for cross-checking at 11:17. Derek, so North Bay was down 3-0. We said at our mid-break, it's important North Bay scores before the end of the period just to get some momentum, and they took that momentum. They didn't score on the power play. It was 3 seconds after the Wisdom minor was over, but it led to the goal, I think, and that made it a 1-goal game, and later in the period, North Bay scored again, but they really controlled that period.
Definitely a lot of control, a lot of offense, zone time. I stood right behind Kingston goal, and I was glad I did because that's where all the action seemed to be. What a pass, though, by Ty Nelson. Somehow he found Brandon Coe back door, and Coe just had to have his stick on the ice, and it went in off of it. And then Romani, you talk about patience. He was able to outweigh Marilainen, allowing Marilainen to spread those legs, open up a bit, and just slid it in, and the place erupted down there. It's level ground, 20 minutes to play here in the third period. It's a totally different game than what we saw in the first period. The Battalion starting to play their style of hockey and taking it to Kingston and taking that momentum away and building it on themselves.
Yeah, if Kingston doesn't win today, the loss could be devastating with the way this series is going. But they're still tied. They haven't trailed, so they're in good shape. Let's talk about the 2-on-0 that Russell and Tarasevic had. Were you surprised Russell passed it?
Yeah, and sometimes that's the trouble when you get that 2-on-0 and it's a little too much passing. They started to spread themselves out, and Marilainen just basically went back to the goal post and said, I'm going to put a leg on each post, and you guys let me know when you're going to shoot. And just a little too much passing. I would have liked to seen Russell take that hard to the net and make a move by himself. He's red hot right now. I want him shooting that puck.
Was it just a matter in the second period of North Bay joining the fight against Kingston, or what do you think happened in that first intermission that the Battalion came out guns a-blazing there, getting 2 goals, but they could have had more?
I think a big thing is that 3:14 left in that power play. They knew they were coming out. They could build some momentum. They moved the puck around quite well in that offensive zone, and they went hard after every loose puck in the offensive zone. Every time there was a loose puck, there was a Battalion there. They were either getting to that puck first or laying that hit. You don't have to be laying big hits. You just put body on body, and the second player is going to come in and take that puck. They're getting that secondary people in there to help out, retrieve those loose pucks. And you know what? I can't believe how many little 2-3 foot passes that the Battalion do to open up space for their teammates. I seen one time Coe just made a little 2-foot pass to the defenseman, and it opened up space for everybody else. They're just doing the little things correctly.
And that's how well coached they are. What do you think's going on in the 2 dressing rooms here heading into a tie game in the third?
North Bay's got to be really excited with that second period of play. They got back on level ground. It's the 3-3 game. Momentum's on their swing. They're on the upside. They're going to come out just playing the same thing. Kingston, on the other hand, they gave up a 3-1 lead there in that second period. 2 unanswered goals. They're tight. They're loosening. They're gripping the stick a little bit tighter. They're coming out. They know that they have to come away with a victory. You have to win one in the opposing barn, and this is the one. It's still within grasp, and they're going to come out for a fight in this third period.
Let's talk about some of the other series in the OHL. I mean, Flint and the Sioux play later today. The Firebirds took game 1 after winning in 7 over Owen Sound. The next 2 games will be in Sault Ste. Marie. Hamilton and Mississauga are in a tussle tied at last check this afternoon. Hamilton took game 1 of that series, looking to take a 2-0 lead at home. And the other game, Windsor and Kitchener. Kitchener is an exciting 7-game series over London. Lost a high-scoring 6-5 game last night. And I want to give a shout-out to Farwell for Hire. Mike Farwell, the play-by-play voice of the Kitchener Rangers, is usually, he hires himself out to do odd jobs and the fund support charity. But because he's on the road so much doing Kitchener Rangers games, he doesn't have as much time. So he's actually, every time Michael Petizian gets a goal, it goes to the person can donate to Farwell for Hire. So a good little story there. But what stands out for you in the OHL playoffs right now?
I think how tight these series are. You look at Hamilton, Mississauga. On paper, Hamilton should be the dominant team, should be able to take it easily against the Mississauga Steelheads. But the Steelheads have good goaltending. They have Basserin, they have Ranger in goal. They have two good goaltenders. They've got some offensive power themselves. Again, it comes down to mistakes in that one. But I think Hamilton may be having the edge. And then you look in the West. Unfortunately, the only team we've seen was Sioux. Don't know much about Flint. No, they finished quite well in the regular season. They went 7 games. I thought maybe they'd come out a little flat against the Sioux. They came out winning that first game. The Sioux has that firepower. They're not going to go away easily. And then Kitchener Windsor. Kitchener finishing 7th in the regular season, knocking off London in 7 games. I thought, would they just roll over? But no, they're rebounding. They can have that firepower, put a lot of goals up. I think they're going to give Windsor a tough task in that one, but I still think Windsor's the better team there.
Okay, this series is going to continue Tuesday night in Kingston, and then game 4 Thursday. If there's a 5th game, we'll be back here Saturday at 6:50 with our next broadcast. Now, in the Stanley Cup playoffs, there's already a game today, so if you've been on the golf course hitting a few 6-irons or so, Boston defeated Carolina 5-2. So the Bruins, everyone thought they were dead after 2 games, but there they are, tied 2-2.
Yeah, they're a tough team. I was questionable with Carolina and just how tough they can. They had a great regular season, but when you come against Boston, they've got a lot of experience. The question mark for Boston was their goaltending. I think that kind of has been answered a little bit, but Boston does have that experience. They have playoff experience. They play playoff style hockey, and Carolina is just new and getting their feet wet in the playoffs. It's going to be a tight series, and that's one that's going to go, I think, 7 games.
Okay, now it is Mother's Day, and if you're at the game listening here, you've given up 3 hours of your day watching hockey, so you may want to help Mom out when you get home. But, if she's a hockey fan, maybe she'll watch the rest of the playoffs tonight, because there's 3 good games coming up. 4:30, Minnesota and St. Louis, game 4. The Wild up 2-1. The Leafs and Lightning. Leafs are up 2-1, so a huge game tonight for both teams, with game 5 set for Toronto on Tuesday night. Edmonton, LA is the other game, 10 o'clock. The Oilers look like they're in control after 2 dominating performances. So it's going to be interesting for the Leafs and the Oilers to see how they handle this pressure. They're not used to it. I mean, the Leafs haven't had a lead like that against a quality team like Tampa. How they handle themselves tonight will be interesting.
I think what's helping the Maple Leafs is their misfortunes in the last few years and suffering some defeats. They've learned how to handle those losses. I think they're in a headspace now where they can take that to the next level and maybe possibly win this series. To me, Tampa Bay's played a lot of hockey in the last 2 years. We talked on the golf course. They played almost 300 games over the course of 3 seasons. That's a lot of hockey. They're tired. They're getting their bodies worn down, especially playoff hockey. The Maple Leafs are a team that, it's a good matchup for Toronto. They match up well against Tampa Bay. They like to play the size, the body, and this might have been the perfect storm for the Maple Leafs maybe to come away with this first series win in a long time.
Now, Mikheyev got 2 empty net goals the other night. I wanted to raise this, and everyone on social media has been, it's the first time in Leafs history in the playoffs that a guy got 2 empty net goals, which I found interesting, but not historic, because the same night here, Mitchell Russell did the same thing for the Battalion.
I know, and I remember I asked you about that first on the golf course, and it was like, did you see that Mikheyev was the 4th guy ever in history to score 2 empty net goals in the same game? And you're like, and that's supposed to mean what? Like, wow, I can't believe that's only happened 4 times before. And we've seen it the same day here with Mitchell Russell doing the same thing. So I guess it was pretty historic for what Russell did here.
Yeah, usually most teams, I guess, when they give up the first one, they put their goalie back in. But in the playoffs, you don't see that as much because you're so desperate for these games. Edmonton, let's talk about Edmonton. There's a little pressure on the Oilers going into game 2, but they've been dominating, especially they've got McDavid and Draisaitl Evander Kane. That deal, getting Evander Kane, was really questioned by a lot of people, but including me. But he looks like a real good fit. He's on the same line as McDavid, so it really balances out their talent.
Thinking back to when Kane signed with the Oilers, and it was almost like it was a win-win situation for the Oilers. They had nothing to lose. Kane got a very minimal contract to come in there. He had to prove himself. This was probably going to be his last opportunity at making a spot in the NHL. He basically needed to prove to the Oilers that he belonged there. He definitely is a good fit in there, and he's strong. He's picking up a lot of loose pucks. He's hard on that puck. He goes to the net, and McDavid just has to basically find him, and he'll be open.
The Calgary-Dallas series looks like the toughest, Derek. To me, the most exciting and unpredictable has been the Penguins-Rangers. I mean, we got Louis Domingue having the pork chops in overtime. Then he's called in. He wins the game. Then he loses game 2. They're up 4-1 in game 3. They give up 3 straight, and everyone's saying, okay, this game's over. Rangers are going to win, and the Penguins come back and win with some great plays by Sidney Crosby in the third period. So really unpredictable, but Dallas-Calgary, it's a real battle out there for those two teams.
Yeah, and it's going to be physical. We knew that was going to be a physical series. On paper, Calgary looked like they were going to be a walkover favorite to win that series. Dallas is showing that they can play with Calgary and are a good team. Dallas they're now in the series lead 2-1. Calgary finds itself in a tough spot. Dallas plays good, tough style hockey, and that's playoff hockey, and Calgary's going to have to find a way to battle back in that series.
And Joe Pavelski has more game winners than any active player in the playoffs. 14, got his 14th last night. So people don't talk about him as being a great player. He's not the first name that comes up, but Joe Pavelski's been a difference against Calgary. He's killed the Flames over the last few years. Let's talk about the Battalion and the Frontnacs as we're getting near the end of the intermission here. 3-3, Kingston had the lead. North Bay's had a really good second period. What are the concerns, do you think, the two coaches have heading into the tie here in the final frame?
If you're Houlihan, there's not much to be concerned about. Your team's picked up the pace. You just got to keep playing. You got to play at 20 solid minutes. We've seen in game 1 Friday night, they take a few minutes off in the third period. They gave up a couple goals to allow Kingston to get back into it. You can't allow Kingston any room out there. They're a good, skilled team. North Bay has to play solid in their defensive zone, stay to their structure, and keep spreading the puck offensively. Kingston, you got to keep riding your horses. You got to keep putting out Wright, Wisdom, Chromiak, Edmonds. You got to keep putting them out there and try and get them going and see if they can get that goal and maybe try and find a way to hold on. I think it's going to be a difference of goaltending. Is one of those going to let in a weak goal here in the third?
And desperation too, right, Derek? The team which team's going to be desperate? North Bay to take a 2-0 lead, or Kingston trying to get a split here after the second game?
Yeah, this game 2 is very important for both teams. North Bay's looking to hold serve and stay with home ice advantage. Kingston wants to find a way to steal one game here in Memorial Gardens, and that's exactly it. There's 20 minutes left in the regulation, and one team is going to have to come out on top and win a very pivotal game 2.
The home crowd has been a factor this afternoon. There's no doubt about that. A lot of green jerseys out there enjoying the game, making their judgment on every play by every call or non-call by the officials. It'll be interesting at what point of the game do the officials, I know you guys don't do this, Derek, but at what point of the game are you going to put those whistles away?
I think it's now. I don't think you're going to see much here in the third period unless it takes away a very pivotal scoring chance or creates a scoring chance. They're going to let them decide it between the players.
Okay, great stuff. Talk to Derek in the post game as we find out what happens. And going to be a whale of a third period. The next 20 minutes could really be a big factor in deciding who wins this second round playoff series. Here's Matt and Courtney for the final frame. Or maybe.
Thank you very much, Bob. I really appreciate that, and hopefully it is the final frame, or as the Joker once says to Batman in The Dark Knight, I feel like you and I are destined to do this forever.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
So we'll see. I think momentum is on the Troops' side after scoring 3 straight. They did dominate the last half of that second period, I thought, as well. Shots 31-21 in favor of the Battalion. So we'll see how things go there. Just want to give a shout out to James, who's listening from Rouyn-Noranda in Quebec. They have quite the hockey team there with the Huskies. They've got quite the tradition of excellence as well. So what a great team in Rouyn-Noranda.
Bonjour James, merci pour écouter à le jeu aujourd'hui.
Yes, I'm awful at French, so I'm glad you can speak it. So thank you.
C'est le bout. I know that one. Third period underway here. Here we go. 3-3 the score. Dumped down the ice. DiVincentis leaves it behind the net for Nelson, who takes a hit after dishing it off to the blue line. Kept in the zone by Murray. Sent around behind the net. Nelson's back there. He carries it to the far side. Bounces off that area. Turned aside in the middle. And it's back to Coe on the far side boards. Across to the near side to Winslow. Out to the neutral zone. Turned over. It's a 2-on-none. Right, coming in on the left side. The pass across. Stop. Rebound chance. They bury it. It's 4-3 for the Kingston Frontnacs on a costly turnover by the North Bay Battalion.
Again, mistakes. That's what Adam Dennis said. The team that makes the least amount will win the series. And that's a pretty costly one for the North Bay Battalion, but thankfully it came early in this period, so you still have 19:22 to go here in this third period and try to tie it back up. But what a brutal giveaway by the Troops. And DiVincentis, again, doing his part, stopping that first chance like Verbetic did on 2 of the 3 goals, and then just having 2 Kingston players there to crash the net and score with no one else around.
Well, I think it's a nice move here for Ryan Olahan to send his captain out after that one. The Arnsby, Van Steen, so McDonald line out there to respond here as they dump it into the Frontenac zone, but the Frontnacs clear it quickly. Moving through the neutral zone is Frasca to Wisdom over the line to Soto. His pass is stopped, and then he gets a shot off, and it went off the body of DiVincentis behind the net. Now to the point, to the near side, that's Roger. Roger fires it. It's off a skate, now picked up by McDonald, and the North Bay Battalion will move it out of the zone as McDonald sends it into the Frontnacs end. 4-3 the score with the Frontnacs ahead. It's in the far side corner. In the Frontnacs end, a couple of stick checks being made here on the boards. Loose puck comes out in front. It's Petrov there, but he can't get a shot off. Now he turns and fires for the boards, and that one goes wide. Picked up at the line by Christopoulos. Plays it down low, digging away at it right on net. Still loose at the far side post. The goaltender is down. McDonald has it. He carries it behind the net. Sends it to the point to Lukin. Lukin is right there at the line. Across to the right side, Christopoulos sends it on net. Save made. Big rebound. Lukin there. He fires it. Save made by Miralainen. Off the boards, it is controlled by Soto, and he sends it out of the zone. So there you have it. Good response from the captain's line, although the Battalion still trail there 4-3. And now it's Podolou and Petrov out there with Tarasevic on the far side. In behind the net. Puck shot around. It's Petrov with it on the near side boards. Petrov in behind the net. Sends it to the near side corner to Tarasevic. Down to the point to Lukin. Across to the right side, Christopoulos. Now to Podolou. Podolou lost it, but Christopoulos gets it back. Plays it to Tarasevic in front of Petrov, and his deflection is stopped by Miralainen.
And that could have been the bounce the Troops were looking for, as it was bounced in front by a Frontnacs defenseman. And Petrov there, one of the more lethal goal scorers in the regular season, hitting 40 in the year, or getting to that 40-goal mark anyways, and then almost getting to tip it in right there. He's still, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, looking for his first of the playoffs, and that would have been, you get the feeling that when he scores one, it's going to snowball, and that would have been nice to see.
There's a shot off the draw by Winslow. It gets blocked, and the Frontnacs get it out of the zone. Ludwinski down the left wing side, sent into the North Bay end, but it ricochets off the end boards, and it's back out to the neutral zone. Outwater, up ahead to Romani, who kicks it into the zone. It's Schneider on it for the Frontnacs, plays it behind the net for Roger. Roger battling back there with Outwater. He wins the battle. He finds Romani. Romani's pass across the zone is stopped and cleared out of the area. Into the neutral zone, it's Winslow. Up ahead to Outwater, playing it down the left wing side. Schneider gets there for the Frontnacs, and he's looking to clear. Caught up in some skates. Outwater finds it, sends it to the far side corner. Schneider gets there for the Frontnacs, and he's able to clear some space and sends it to Roger. Roger gets it out to Frasca, who dumps it into the North Bay zone. 3:15 gone in this third period. It is 4-3 for the Frontnacs as they move the puck towards the net, turned aside by the defense of the Battalion as it goes into the corner. Puck moves down to the point. Murray across the Parrish. His shot comes in wide of the net. Big bounce off the M boards right towards DiVincentis, who holds on to it for a stoppage in play. 4-3 the score with 3:30 gone in period number 3.
Well, I think the secret's out league-wide that the teams know that the backboards here at North Bay Memorial Gardens are extra bouncy when the puck hits them. The Battalion have used it to their advantage to score some goals in the regular season. Kingston there with quite the bounce out right in front of DiVincentis, but DiVincentis right there to stop that and get the cut and stoppage of play.
12 for 13 in net for DiVincentis. That's 12 saves made on 13 shots that he's faced since coming in relief in the first period. The puck, the net in the North Bay end is knocked off its moorings. And as the puck moves down into the Frontnac zone, the official will now go and look to fix the net. And one of those pegs is actually knocked down, so they weren't able to just move the net, slide the net back in place here.
If I'm Ryan Houlihan, though, I'm a little bit miffed that they did that while I'm in the offensive zone,
Yep.
trying to generate a chance. That thanks for calling it. You didn't call it when you all saw it down in our zone, and now all of a sudden we have an offensive chance, and it's away from our net, and all of a sudden it's a problem.
.347 gone in period number 3. 4-3 Frontnacs lead. North Bay off the draw, control it at the line. They play it to the far side boards. Now in front of the net. Murray has it though for the Frontnacs, and he gets it to the near side boards. Mathern is there. He keeps the puck in the zone for North Bay. Flips it in behind the net. Parrish is there. He's battling with Jackson. Jackson looking for the puck. He gets up. Centers it. Russell has a chance. Plays it on net, but Maryline had maybe just kicked it away in amongst that traffic. Turnover in front of the net. It's Coe right there, and he can't bury it. Coe picks it his own shot or his own rebound up behind the net, sends it to Mathern at the line. Another shot comes in, it gets through, but Miralainen sees it, saves it, and stops the play.
I mean, again, offensively, the troops doing a great job in this game so far. But, defensively, like we mentioned, they're just leaving a lot to be desired and a lot to be worked on before Game 3 of this series, which comes on Tuesday in Kingston. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this one as we come to the final 15:37 of this third period.
The score overall 9-8 in this series, and North Bay with that 1-goal advantage, but they trail right now 4-3 as the Frontnacs move the puck back into the North Bay zone. Pass to the middle, that gets stopped. Glove down by McDonald, and he will rush through the neutral zone. Gets over the line, sends it to Miralainen, a big save rebound, and Van Steensel was right there, but just couldn't get the shot off for the Battalion. That one comes in from the point, it's gloved by Miralainen, and he holds on to it for a stoppage in play. 4:49 gone in the third, 4-3 Frontnacs.
Since giving up that goal, though, the North Bay Battalion have controlled the pace of play mostly in Kingston's zone. Hopefully that's a harbinger of things to come for the troops. As we mentioned in the first period when they were down, they controlled the pace of play and it led to 3 straight goals for North Bay.
Off the draw, the Battalion have it at the point. They send it behind the net, and it is Russell back there. Russell moving down the near side boards, plays it back into the corner for Jackson. He finds it back to Russell, to the point Nelson. His shot comes in, that's stopped, kicked into the corner. Russell is there for North Bay. He looks to the half boards. Now he gets turned back. Russell is held on the boards by Haché. Russell goes down. Haché will go to the box, possibly holding, I guess, on that call. And North Bay will be on the power play for the 4th time tonight as they trail 4-3.
And the power play proudly supported by the Noah Strong campaign. Head on over to their website, noahstrong.ca, to find out if you're an organ donor, or you can register there as well. Also check out their merchandise that they have online and at Skater's Edge, source for sports here in North Bay. And that penalty's caused by Mitch Russell doing a lot of hard work along the boards, and he got quite the stick tap by Ty Nelson after the play was called.
Off the draw, Petrov carries the puck into the far side corner, sends it to the point for Coe. Coe controls it on the half boards, almost lost it, gets it back, sends it to Jackson. Jackson to the point to Nelson. Nelson back to the right side to Coe. Coe cross the pass to Petrov, and he gets it and scores. Matvei Petrov is out of the hole. It's his first career playoff goal. And he ties game 2 at 4 with 14:25 remaining.
Funny how, expert analysis, we talk all game about Matvei Petrov. Who goes and scores the game-tying goal? Matvei Petrov. Sometimes there's a little bit of luck involved, but sometimes you just see a guy who's out there skating. You know he's bringing it this game. You know he's ready to go. And he's finally off the schneid, getting his first playoff goal of this playoff run for the troops. And it would have been a shame if this ends up being his only season in North Bay and he went down with a goose egg in that category.
And what a perfect pass from Brandon Coe to feed it through the slot right to the stick of Petrov. Now Frontnacs trying to respond. It's Edmonds in there, and his shot goes off his stick and over the glass and out of play.
Every time we talk about Matvei Petrov, I always think, though, wow, the Edmonton Oilers have gotten themselves a steal in that 6th round of the 2020 or 2021 NHL entry draft, as he didn't get to play over here. He did play in the MHL in Russia, but that's basically their equivalent of the AHL for the KHL. So coming over here, that one season really hurt his draft rankings, as we've seen former first overall picks in the CHL import draft as we get another quick whistle go as high as first overall, second overall. We're looking at Andrei Svechnikov, played a season with the Barrie Colts, went second overall to Carolina.
That's right. Yeah, I think that definitely will be a steal. 5:53 into the third period. 4-4 is the score. The Frontnacs led 3. The Battalion tied it with 3 straight. And now each team has scored once here in the third. And we are in for quite a finish here in game 2. Into the corner. Mathurin digs it out of the area, sends it over to Ladd, who gets it down the right wing side for Tarasevic. Going down the right wing into the Kingston zone. He plays it to the middle. It's back to the half board. Shot comes in from the area, but wide of the net. Now down to the point, Mathurin. To the goal line, Wakely. In behind the net, Tarasevic. Tarasevic twisting, turning, sends it in front of the net. And Wakely was there, but couldn't get a good shot off. Back behind the net, Tarasevic again, walks out in front, and his pass goes past Wakely. And again, couldn't get a shot off. He carries it into the corner, though. Tarasevic knocked down. Wakely shielding the puck. Now Wakely knocked down in the corner as Tarasevic shields the puck. It gets out of that area and cleared by Belanger, who finds Chromiak, who carries it down the ice. Stick check made by Mathurin to knock Chromiak off the puck. 2 players collide in the corner, and they're slow to get out of the area, including North Bay's Grayson Ladd, who is slowly skating to the bench as North Bay move the puck down into the Frontnac zone. Ladd is now finally off the ice, but allows a 2-on-1 into the zone for the Frontnacs. There's a shot, save made by DiVincentis as he knocks the puck away out of the air with his stick. It's on the half boards on the far side. McDonald gets up to the line. Winslow turns it over in the neutral zone, but the Frontnacs will back check with the puck, and now they play forward to Ludwinski, and Ludwinski dumps it in. Going to have to keep an eye on Grayson Ladd, who's on the bench, being checked by the trainer, Andrew Satchku. Down to the point, there's a shot coming in, that's stopped, and now Van Steenzo looking to go the other way. Van Steenzo, long pass off the end boards, and Miralainen had to play it out of the way of McDonald, who is coming in on a break. Just didn't have the puck. Now it's Winslow to the middle. McDonald shot. He crosses up Miralainen, but he missed the back of the net. What a shot by McDonald coming in, skating through the slot area. Into the neutral zone, it's Russell. He gets the puck to Jackson. Coming in on the left wing side. Jackson for the troops. Into the middle, picked off by Frasca, but now Nelson steals it from him. Sends it to the middle. Jackson tried to pass to Coe. He got stopped. But now he goes to the boards, and it's Coe there. He sends it to the point to Nelson. Nelson's shot, stop, ricochet to the slot. Jackson down the point, across to the near side. Nelson there in the left side circle. Russell down at the point. Nelson, he walks around Frasca, goes to the goal line, sends it back up high in the zone to Russell. Russell now walking into the circle, takes a shot. It goes wide glove side on the half boards. It's Christopoulos trying to fire it in. Christopoulos' shot is blocked. It goes down the point. Coe's there. Across to Nelson on the left side. The shot save made by Miralainen and cleared down the ice. The Battalion will happily take that icing call, as that is a tired Kingston team on the ice right now. 11-12 remaining in the third period. It is 4-4. The Battalion will get some fresh legs out there and try to keep Kingston hemmed in their own zone.
Coe has to come off the ice, though. He's sitting out there, staying. But, yeah, the Battalion doing a great job of really hemming in the Frontnacs. And I'd love to see the time on attack for both teams after this, because Kingston's really gotten their chances going in and not really setting up shop. They just get it real quick. But North Bay is able to get the cycle game going, and they've really kept things going in Kingston zone.
And the Frontnacs were able to clear off the draw. It didn't go very far, but then North Bay took a long time getting back into the zone, so now the Frontnacs were able to change. But now at the blue line, it's North Bay rushing back into the zone. Tarasevich down the right wing. At the line, it is a delayed offside, so the Battalion decide to back off the puck and send it down the ice. Into the corner, it is Ladd in his own end battling Hughes for the puck. Thibodeau out there as well for the Frontnacs. They stick check on the near side boards, and the puck is cleared out of the zone. 10:25 to go in period number 3. 4-4 the score as the Battalion clear the puck down the ice. It's Van Stiesel coming in on the left wing. Van Stiesel's shot is stopped. And then after the play, he collides with Parrish. Going hard into the boards. Both players appear to be okay. 10:15 to go in the third. 4-4 as the Battalion are approaching 40 shots tonight.
Yeah, the Battalion at 39, Kingston at 24, and the troops, like we mentioned on the last break, really doing a good job of as we get Ladd over to the penalty box.
And remember, Ladd looked like he got hurt later in the earlier in the period, but he appears to be okay.
Yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, the Battalion doing a really good job of playing the cycle game, and not sure what that was all about. So, and the shots is very indicative of that, Matt.
Yeah, you're right. They have really been controlling it off the or in the attacking zone. But off the draw, the Frontnacs are able to get the puck out of the zone. Chromiak to Edmonds through the neutral zone. Edmonds on the far side gets stick checked off the puck as McDonald has it for North Bay. He sends it behind the net to Arnsby to the near side of Van Steensel. Van Steensel in the middle to McDonald, who gets it over the red line and dumped into the zone. 9:45 to play. 4-4 in the third. It's number 44, Parrish, clearing the Frontnac zone. The Battalion had it at the line. They get called for offside, and that's where we take our break as we'll turn things over to Bob Coles.
Well, the Battalion and Frontnacs making it interesting this afternoon, aren't they? Kingston with the early lead, scoring early in that third period, and then big goal from Matvei Petrov, his first goal of the playoffs. So big power play goal for the Battalion to tie it up, and it's going back and forth, great pace, and we'll see if we get a winner in regulation, or do we have an overtime intermission? We'll find out, but it's going to be an exciting last half of the third period. 39-52, your 50-50 number, not bad. And so in the post-game show, whenever it is, 24:40 the attendance. Post-game show, whenever it is, we will go over this game and look forward to the next game in the series, but we don't know when that'll be, so hang on tight, boys.
Thank you very much, Bob. And yep, lots of things to be decided here. If the Battalion lose here tonight, we know we will be back at the Gardens next Saturday for Game 5 at the very least. But if the Battalion win, still up in the air. It could still only go 4 games, but the way these two teams have played, it might be tough to see it go in 4 games.
No doubt. 9:35 to go in the third period. 4-4 as the puck gets flipped up off the glass and out of play. And so the face-off will take place inside the Frontnac zone to the left side. 39 shots to 24 for North Bay. And inside the face-off circle, the Battalion with the slight edge, 25-24. Jackson to take the draw for the Battalion. Puck is dropped, and it ends up behind the net. Murray gets there first for the Frontnacs. Up ahead to Frasca, who clears the zone, and Frasca racing down, finds Wisdom, plays it in the middle, and the shot is stopped by DeVincentis, with Matthew Soto sending that one towards the net.
And you heard Bob talk about the attendance at 24:40, and I'm going to go and say something here where it's like, we really appreciate you listening to the broadcast, but come on down to North Bay Memorial Gardens for some playoff hockey. These boys deserve a big crowd. They had a big crowd Friday. They had a big crowd in Game 2 as well for Ottawa. So, come out and see some of this great playoff hockey.
And off the draw, Winslow fires it over the glass out of play, and the Battalion are getting called for a delay of game here, and that is a tough one for Avery Winslow to take there.
Yeah, not something you want to see here for the troops at all. What a brutal penalty to take this late. And this penalty kill is brought to you by pucksupport.com. Again, head on over there, check out Brady Leibold's story. You can also check him out on the Frontline podcast when he was on, and also check out some of their merchandise as well.
Huge defensive stance here for the North Bay Battalion. Off the draw, it's on the half-boards on the near side. Ladd digging away at it. Goes to the point, that's Edmonds there. Edmonds, who did not look great on that earlier power play. He controls the puck for the Frontnacs. Edmonds to the left side, the shot comes in, save made, loose puck in the slot, and it gets turned aside. Arnsby knocks down Arcuri as he got that shot off, and then Arnsby just heads to the bench. Man, oh man, see you later, says Arnsby. 8:45 to play in the third. 1:25 to go on the Kingston power play. It's sent back into the North Bay zone. Flipped around the boards, and it's cleared down the ice, and Russell's going to race towards it. Russell beats right to the puck, and Russell chips it along the end boards. Russell goes into the corner, and now he's just going to hold it there, but right with a stick check gets the puck away from Russell. And that will allow the Frontnacs to get the puck out of the zone. Slowly bringing it up the ice is Frasca. Poke check made by Brandon Coe to keep the Frontnacs on their side of the red line. Now Wright has it. He gets it in. Drops it back to the blue line. Now it's played in behind the net. Tarasevic is back there for North Bay, holding it on the on the end board, It now goes into the corner. Frasca's there for Frontnacs. He sends it to Edmonds to the left side. Back to Edmonds at the point, now skating into the left side circle, back up high to right, across to the left side, Chromiak with 30 seconds to go on the power play, to the half boards, back up high in the zone to right, backhanded pass to Chromiak on the half boards on the right side, Chromiak holding it there, to the point to right, he skates into the right side circle, plays it to the goal line to Frasca, Frasca gets hit by Nelson, he lost the puck, and with 10 seconds in the power play, Tarasevic will carry it out of the zone, and he just calmly gets it over the blue line. His shot got blocked, but that will effectively end the penalty as we're back to 5-on-5 with Winslow racing out of the box. Pass down the middle, Belanger over the blue line to Wisdom. The shot is stopped by DiVincentis. Into the corner on the far side. Arnsby battling for it. The puck still in that area. Now it comes to the middle. To the half boards. It's Murray with it. He sends it in the corner, now behind the net. Ladd is back there, lost control. Belanger looking to center it. Wisdom can't get a shot off. Ladd takes it away and sends it out of the zone. 6:45 remaining in the third period. 4 for the score here in Game 2. The Frontnacs dump it down the ice. DiVincentis out of his net. Flips it around the near side boards. The Battalion chip at it, but they can't clear. Now a secondary chance. They do get it out of the zone. It's Haché for the Frontnacs behind his own blue line. Over to Belanger, to Wisdom coming in on the right side. Wisdom into the corner. Now he looks back down to the point. He finds Roger there. Roger fires it. Big kick save made by DiVincentis into the corner. Down to the point. That's Roger there again. His shot blocked by Russell. It goes to the far side corner. There's a battle there with Ladd winning it for North Bay and clearing it out of the zone. 6 minutes to play in the third. Both teams looking to break this 4-4 tie. It's into the corner. Hughes flips it around to the far side. Coe getting to the puck, but now he lets it go by him. Jackson's there for North Bay, and Jackson will skate it out of the zone. Gets it up to center ice and dumps it down, and North Bay gets some new legs out there. The Frontnacs have really controlled the pace here off that power play. The Frontnacs dump it in, though, and that will be... Never mind. I was going to say icing called against the Frontnacs, but they must have touched something or someone in the neutral zone, but North Bay get it out. It's Petrov over the blue line, going to the half boards. He finds Wakely. Wakely's shot stopped by Miralainen. Played in behind the net, goes to the far side boards. And Ludwinski gets it over to Wright. Wright gets it up the middle to Murray. Murray lost the puck on the back check from Wakely, poking it away from him. But Ludwinski gets it back for the Frontnacs and plays it behind his own blue line. 5 minutes to go in the third period. The puck is flipped over the boards and out of play. And North Bay will get an offensive zone face-off as it's tied 4-4.
Holy cow, Matt, you didn't have much time to breathe on that one, as basically the whole power play you were talking. The Battalion killed that off and then weather the storm from the Frontnacs here for the last couple of minutes as well, as they controlled the pace of play very strongly after that, and which is rare to see in this game so far, as the Battalion have been the ones to usually do that. But to the Frontnacs' credit, really turned that power play to their advantage.
Off the draw, Nelson has it in behind the net. Centering pass! McDonald's there. Couldn't get a shot off. He got tied up with one of the defenders in that area. It's got the crowd going here now, though. The Battalion buzzing, but the Frontnacs get it out of the zone. It's sent down the ice. Arnsby's stick gets slashed out of his hands, and he never even was in control of the puck. But the officials don't call it there, and the Frontnacs get it to the line, but Van Steensel gets in the way, steals it going down the ice. He gets it to Christopoulos coming in on the left wing side. He can't get it towards the net. It ends up going behind the net. Now McDonald to the middle. It comes out of the zone, in behind the net. It is Roger for the Frontnacs. He's being pressured by Jackson on the forecheck. Plays it back behind the net. Roger lost it. Russell trying to hold it on the boards here. There's some pressure on him, and it comes out over the blue line. At the North Bay line, Coe sends it over to Mathurin. He comes back into the Frontenac zone down the right wing, sends it across to Coe, but got the pass there too late. Coe has it behind the net. Coe spinning out of danger. He goes into the corner. Coe sends it to the point to Ladd. To the left side, Russell. His shot stopped, but then it got through to Miralainen. And to make a quick pad save. Now Coe has it on the left side. He fires it to the right side of the zone. Mathurin there, pulled down, but Coe there to help him out. He sends it behind the net to Jackson. Jackson skating on the left side into the circle. Jackson to the point to Winslow. Winslow skating down the half boards. Goes into the corner, now finds Russell on the left side circle. His shot through traffic. It's stopped by Miralainen. 3:20 to play in the third. 4 for the score. Don't go anywhere yet.
Well, the Battalion, after weathering that storm, really doing a good job of creating a bit of havoc for the Kingston Frontnacs themselves, as they were able to get them hemmed back into their zone again. And Miralainen, again, going into this series, that's where I said the biggest difference will be is in net. And Miralainen's had himself a heck of a series here through the first 2 games, as he's now stopped 40 shots on 44 attempts.
Into the corner in the Frontenac zone. The Battalion controls. Centering to Petrov, and his shot just goes high on the half boards. Nelson's shot comes in, and it's a save made by Miralainen. 3:07 to play. 4 for the score in the third. And again, we thank you so much for listening in on our YouTube channel here. Yeah, Jason, he says if I didn't have to get up at 5 a.m., I would be in the building. And he's also in Timmins, so no, I mean, we'll let that one slide, Jason. We hope you do make it down for a game, though, for sure.
Well, next Saturday could be Game 5 of the series. That'll be the next time that the troops are here at home, but no offense to all you listening at home that are thinking of coming down here on Saturday. We hope there is no game, and the Battalion wrap up the series before that.
We hope you have tickets to, well, it could be Game 1 or 2 of the next series, or it could be Game 3 or 4, depending on what happens, right? I mean, fingers crossed, so.
Yes.
Off the draw, the Frontnacs sending it down the ice. Shane Wright is hit hard by Ty Nelson, and Nelson gets the puck and sends it down the left wing side into the Frontnac zone, but at the line, Petrov couldn't hold it there. Well, that was a hit, though, from Nelson. In the neutral zone, now Nelson turns it over, and Ludwinski goes into the North Bay end. Over the blue line, dumps it into the corner. Controlled there by the Frontnacs. They try to play at the point, and it gets past the stick of Murray, and he'll have to chase it down the ice. 2:10 to play. 4-4 in the third. Here comes Wisdom back into the North Bay zone. Wisdom towards the net. Christopoulos with a strong defensive play to knock him off balance and not give him a clean shot on net. It goes into the corner. Wisdom's there again. His pass goes through the slot. And on the half boards, Rogers sends it in, deflected and save made by DiVincentis. And now McDonald sends it down the ice. Miralainen out of his net to play it. Sends it around the far side boards. Centering the pass, and McDonald's shot goes high. It comes to the line. North Bay cannot keep it in. The Frontnacs, there's a bit of a miscommunication there. They send it behind their own net with a minute and a half to play in game 2 in the third. Score tied at 4 as the Frontnacs get it to Shane Wright. They send it down the ice. Winslow gets to the puck, and it's icing called against the Kingston Frontnacs on that play. 1:19 to go, and it's 4-4.
So through the first 40 minutes of play, you'll usually see Adam Dennis, the general manager, sitting up here on media row. In the third period, he always stands down right in the corner where the Battalion go off, and I guess the goaltender never really leaves you. As the puck was fluttering through the air towards his corner, you saw him go and put his hand up as if to make the glove save. So
that's it.
Fun to watch.
Off the draw, Russell has it for North Bay, sends it on net, and another save made by Miralainen. That's going to be, 42 on the game for him?
Yep, I would say so. I mean, the shot hasn't gone up yet, but that is 46, as we're going to get a change here of face-offs, I guess. The Battalion or whoever choosing to go on the one side. But yeah, Miralainen's had himself a heck of a game so far.
Kingston win the draw. Shane Wright turns it over at the line. There was a chance to get the puck out, but he whacked at it, and it stayed in the zone briefly before the Frontnacs were able to clear. In the neutral zone, it's sent into the into the Frontnacs end. On the near side boards, Wisdom plays it to the line. Winslow keeps it in. Murray has the loose puck. He sends it out of the zone down the ice. Russell chasing it down. He's got it on the half boards in the North Bay zone, and he's looking to move it out of the area, going all the way down the ice. Russell gets around one defender, but then kept to the outside, lost the puck, gets it back on the boards, and then tried to play it behind the net, but Wright blocks that, and Wright looks to skate it out. Now he drops it back in front of his own net to Parrish. Parrish has it, sends it up ahead to Edmonds. Edmonds lost it at the line. The Battalion flip it up over the glass and out of play. And so with 18.8 seconds remaining in the third period, the Battalion and the Frontnacs tied at 4. And remember, we will get a full intermission break if we need it going into overtime. The Frontnacs win the draw. They play it to the far side. Down the ice, North Bay, chip it back ahead. Haché at his own blue line finds Edmonds in the neutral zone. Over to Bellage. Bellage down the middle. Arnsby might have gone away with a little hook there. They send it on net as time expires, and DiVincentis makes the save. 4-4 after 60 minutes, and we are going to period number 4. The overtime coming up in game 2.
Second time the troops have gone to overtime this playoffs, as they won in overtime 3-2 over the Ottawa 67s in game 3 of the first round. And they almost went to overtime in game 2 against the 67s before Brandon Coe scored with 2.5 seconds left on the clock. And as I mentioned to Matt at the beginning of that period, it feels like we are destined to do this forever. Bob, take it away.
Well, it's going to be that next goal is going to be so important, isn't it, in this series? And the North Bay Battalion would be able to take a 2-0 lead if they score it. If the Kingston Frontnacs score it, this thing's 1-1, and Kingston's got a momentum heading on the bus back to the eastern part of the province. Let's bring in Derek Lindemann and go through some of the stats and stories of that second period. I want to finish off the Hamilton game first of all. And Hamilton's got a 3-2 lead. Nick Steos with the goal. The president's son has got the winner, the overage for the Bulldogs. That's 3-2 for the Hamilton Bulldogs over Mississauga. About 8 minutes left to go in the game. Underway, we've got the Greyhounds and the Firebirds. 1-0 Sue Cartier with the goal for the Greyhounds. Later tonight, Kitchener and Windsor. As for the stats in this one, 1 goal for each team in that third period, so it's 4-4. Kingston was up 3-0 at one point, 3-1 after one. North Bay tied it in the second. Each team with a goal in the third. Shots on goal in the third, 15-9 Battalion. North Bay outshot Kingston 19-7 in the second, so 34-16. The last two periods, 46-30 overall. Kingston out shooting North Bay 14-12 in the first. Power plays, 0 for 2 for the Frontnacs, 1 for 4 for the Battalion, and faceoffs won 30-29 North Bay. Kingston's goals all in the first, except for the one in the third. Jake Murray, Matthew Soto with his first of 2, and Martin Chromiak is third. Murray has 3 playoff goals. Mitchell Russell got North Bay on the board before intermission, his 8th of the playoffs. Brandon Coe's 5th from Ty Nelson, and another point for Russell at 3:17 of the second. That made it 3-2. Anthony Romani tied it from Dallin Wakely at 6:42. Kingston took a 4-3 lead. Soto's second of the game, second of the playoffs from Arcuri and Wright at 38 seconds. And Matvey Petrov tied it at 5:35. His first playoff goal, if you can believe that, from Brandon Coe and Ty Nelson. So Coe a couple of points, Nelson a couple of points, and we are headed to overtime here in Game 2. Derek, who's got the momentum? Both teams, I thought someone was going to score late in that third period because they're getting chances, but Marilainen and DiVicentis both are playing well, and here we go with extra hockey.
Yeah, I really think most of the play was still taken to by the North Bay Battalion. They controlled a lot of the offensive zone time. What happens is they seem to get into the zone, they pass the puck around, a lot of good movement with the puck, get a couple of good shots, and Kingston really only goes down. They get an attack, a one shot, North Bay will take care of it and get going the other way. Really, the advantage to me is the North Bay Battalion and how much they can control that offensive zone.
If you joined us late, the Battalion trailed 3-0, and they pulled Joe Verbetic and replaced him with Dom DiVicentis playing in his first OHL playoff game, and Kingston's only beat him once. That's a lot of pressure for a young goalie who had the best goals against average as a rookie netminder this year, won an award, and I know he was being chirped by the Frontnacs on Friday night. I don't know why they'd be chirping him. He was the best rookie goalie in the league this year. But I don't think they're chirping him right now.
No, I don't think so. And yeah, the chirps were all about, why don't you go check your stats? And I'm like, don't you guys do your homework and know the stats of the opposing players that you're chirping? But DiVicentis, he looks calm in there, just like he did during the regular season. He's making high quality saves. He knows where that puck is. There was a couple times there where I saw a couple blocker saves, loose pucks up in the air, and he tracks that puck so well. He knows where it is every second on the ice, and he's checking his shoulders to see where the dangerous players are. He's confident in there, and you know what? He's going to be the backbone for the Battalion coming forward in the near future.
Well, overtime coming up. We're going to bring in Courtney Kenny now for a second. And Courtney, if North Bay gets the next goal, this will probably be the biggest overtime goal in Battalion history since Ryan Kuszewinski. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, because as soon as you said the biggest overtime goal in North Bay Battalion history, my mind immediately went to the Ryan Kuszewinski double OT winner against the Barrie Colts in round 2 of the 2014-15 OHL playoffs, and that was huge because I don't remember which. I think it was game 3 of that series.
It was on a Tuesday night, so maybe it was game 4. I remember what night. I always remember what night of the week it is.
There you go.
It was on a Tuesday night, and Matt started to lose his voice, but I had to calm him down, told him to get some water, and he came back, and he was really excited.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, these overtime goals are momentum shifters in series. I mean, we saw Kingston won their series on an overtime goal by Shane Wright against the Oshawa Generals. The Troops, Ottawa still came out and played a great game 4, but you know that their back was broken almost by that game 3 overtime winner by the Troops the 2 nights before. So it's an overtime goal is huge. Honestly, I'm liking the Battalion's chances with the way they've hemmed Kingston in, as Derek mentioned as well. It's just a matter of not letting Kingston get those secondary chances, because that's all those goals. All 3 of their 4 goals have been on secondary chances where they've gotten the rebound. The one goal came with Chromiak just absolutely undressing Joe Verbetic, and that was the last time we saw him in this game.
Derek, I know we talked about pressure, and I know North Bay would love to be up 2-0 if they score the next goal, but it seems there's more pressure on Kingston here heading into the overtime, because if they don't score the goal that decides game 2, they're in a deep hole, and they'll be 0-6 against the Battalion this year. They haven't beaten them, and this is their best chance to do so right now.
Yeah, exactly that, Bob. It's just, if you look at how the game went so far and tonight, the Kingston Frontnacs, they controlled that first period. Shots were 14-12, but then you just mentioned a few minutes ago that since that first period, shots were 34-16 in favor of the North Bay Battalion. Most of that time is spent inside the Kingston Frontnacs zone. They're being forced to play defense. They're on their heels. They're not getting that pressure. So, yeah, this is their best opportunity to steal a game here early in this series. They know that it only takes one shot to win this, but definitely the pressure is on their side. The Battalion know they have that one game lead already. They're playing well. They can dominate the play, and you know what? They're going to have the best chances, but really it's only one shot that's going to make the difference.
And Courtney, we've talked about the Battalion depth this year, the depth on the back end, depth up front, and depth in goal, and would it play a role in the playoffs? Well, here we are in game 2. Joe Verbetic gets pulled by Ryan Houlihan, and he brings in Dom DeVicentis, and he's given up 1 goal. Now, he's made, I'd say, 4 or 5 really good saves, but he's just been consistent back there, not giving any juicy rebounds, getting the pucks in the corner. I know you're the guy who likes to say, they got to support the kid, right? Like, he's had games this year where he's played well, he's lost 2-1, 3-2. But they did support him today with 4 goals.
They did indeed, and I think part of that was also, oh my God, our guy who's been our guy all year long, had a rare off night, and now, we got to do something so that way, because, you lose the game 3-0, and Joe's going to be sitting there thinking, man, I should have been better, and he's might eat him up, who knows. But with Dom, yeah, I went into this playoffs thinking, I've been this way since almost, probably 3/4 of the season, where I'm like, any of these guys, both of these guys, you throw them out there, I'm pretty confident in what the result's going to be, especially in the second half. They both had the rough patches along with the team in December, January, but since then they've really turned it around, and Dom has been fantastic for the troops. They got the support for sure. But this is a whole different beast, and this is his first ever playoff game, and now he's going to overtime against a kid that likely will go first overall in the NHL draft. I know, talking to Dom, he doesn't really think about that stuff. He's always thinking about the next save, but that's still an interesting little kind of wrinkle in this.
Okay, let's talk about who is going to win the game for each team. Who do you like? I don't have to make a guess because I'm the host. So, Derek, if the Battalion win or the Frontnacs win, who's going to get the winner?
I'm going to take Petrov for the Battalion. He got his monkey off his back with his first playoff goal on that power play. I think he's due. He's got a hot stick. He's going to get going. And let's say Chromiak for Kingston.
And Courtney?
I really like the game that Tarasevic has had today. He's been all over the ice, so I am going to go off the board and pick Nikita Tarasevic. Although I do agree with your point on Petrov, I definitely think that Petrov has got that monkey off his back, and I said it to Matt when he scored. I said he might be a snowball effect. Producer Ben is saying Coe and Edmonds. I'm picking for Kingston. I'm going to pick him because I know that you would be picking him if it was your choice, but Zaid Wisdom.
Zaid Wisdom's a good pick, but I think it'll be for Kingston. I will make a pick. Soto will do it for Kingston. He's having
that'll be the hat trick.
A pretty good night for him. And for the Battalion, Dallin Wakely's gonna score in overtime. I think he's due for a big goal, and it would be huge for this Battalion team. And it's been an amazing year, and it's the one thing they haven't done yet, win in overtime in the playoffs. So we'll see what happens, and And I was going to ask Courtney about some of the other series. We got Hamilton up there right now playing Mississauga. A lot of people thought this would be, 4 and done blowouts, but it's been a close series so far, and these are road games for the Steelheads.
Yeah, I haven't seen what the score is in today's game. Do we know that off the top of it?
3-2 right now.
For Hamilton?
For Hamilton late.
See, the thing about Mississauga that they've done really well, and they did really well against the Battalion too, because the Battalion won a couple of games 2-1 against them down the stretch when they needed to, and then really the only one that was kind of a bit of a blowout, and even then it wasn't a blowout, it went to overtime, was the game that the Troops clinched the division in. Mississauga's very stingy. They're very sound defensively, even though they really like to throw at Del Mastro and nobody else. They're really good defensively, and that the credit is to Del Mastro, and a lot of credits to Basserin and Ranger, the two goalies for the Steelheads, who Basserin I know has gotten the lion's share of duties, but he's been an absolutely fantastic find for the Steelheads since coming over from the WHL.
And of course, 2 other games going on today. The Sioux and Flint are started at 4, and tonight it's Windsor and Kitchener. Derek, wanted to ask you about what the messages are, do you think, going into overtime? Like, do they change, do you think, when you head into overtime as opposed to the third period of a tight game, knowing that, you're not potentially playing 20 minutes, you just can't make that big mistake? Do you focus more on that, or how do you approach it as a coach?
You still focus it the same as any other thing. You want to make sure that you take care of your little things first, the proper things, your defensive zone coverage. And basically every time you get in that zone, I want to see a shot or at least the puck. Try and get towards the net. It could be a dirty goal that finds a way in there. Make it difficult. Get pucks towards the net. That's one thing I didn't find the Battalion doing enough, is getting traffic in front of Maryline. And I want to see them going a little bit harder to that net and making it a little more trickier on him to see that puck. But really, for Kingston, they just got to say, we're still in this game. It's going to take just one shot. We need one good quality shot. If we can win this, we go home on level ground.
Morrison just scored for Hamilton, so the Bulldogs are up 4-2. Just over a minute left in that game, so they're going to go up 2-0 as in that series as it heads to Mississauga for Game 3. Here, of course, it's 4-4, and the Kingston Frontnacs are ready to go on the ice. I noticed that, Courtney, in this game, and Derek too. The Battalion come out with about 30 seconds left in the intermission. The Frontnacs are on with about 3 minutes to go, and I don't know what that means, but whether you want to get out of the dressing room because the coaches talk too much or what.
Well, I don't know. I think what happens is, it's worked for the Battalion so far. They usually come out super late, so it's worked for them to this point. So hopefully, it's kind of one of those superstitions where it's like we wait till then. But Kingston, they're raring to go. They're coming out on the ice right now as we speak. Mierlainen leading the charge, so it looks like he's unsure what side he's going to as he decides to go down to the Battalion end. That would have been in the third period as they do cross over for overtime. So, it's a little different, Derek. I'm not sure if I think that's just superstition maybe for the troops.
That's all it is. It's just superstition. They like to take their timing, make sure the fans are settled back in their seats and come out to that momentum, that songs or whatever they want to come out to. Kingston's just coming out, they're following, trying to stay loose and engaged in the game. It's going to be, and I think this is going to be that long change too in this overtime. So let's see if that makes any difference here in overtime.
That's what I was going to say. You get the long change in the first overtime. What does that mean? Well, a team can, if they're controlling the puck in the corner, they can get one guy off, put another guy on who's fresh. Could be a Cole, could be a Russell, could be a Shane Wright. So that could play a big role here. I'm going to throw it to Courtney and Matt as they get ready for the third period. Don't want to miss any of the action. Overtime. Do the Battalion go up 2-0, or do the Frontnacs square the affair heading to Kingston on Tuesday night? Courtney?
Thank you very much, Bob and Derek, for allowing me to join in the overtime festivities. It's kind of weird being up here for the third one. Usually I'm down talking to Ryan at this point, so it'll be interesting to see how long we got this one going. And the troops went into the last time that they played overtime, they went into this winning on a goal, or they tried to score 2 goals in overtime as they They scored one that was waved back after the troops had already gone off the ice. And then they had to come back out and score another one. And they did on the very next shift, like 20 seconds after the goal had been reviewed and sent back that way. So North Bay hoping this time that it only has to take one, and they only have to score one as opposed to the two that they had to score against Ottawa. Although identical scorers in games 3 and 4 against the 67s, 3-2, just one went to overtime, as we welcome Matt back into the booth, who will have your call through this overtime period. And remember, it's not 5 minutes like in the regular season. It's continuous 20-minute periods, Matt. And your voice, we talked about the Ryan Kujawinski goal a couple years ago, so hoping for a little bit more magic here, Matt.
Absolutely. The North Bay Battalion off the draw, it's sent right back into their zone. DiVincentes plays it to the side, and it's cleared away. Sent back into the North Bay zone. On to the far side. Frasca is there. Couple of stick checks made. Mathurin can't get it away from him. It's sent to the point. Rogers' shot comes in. Blocker save made by DiVincentes. It's picked up by McDonald, and he sends it into the Frontnacs zone off the body of Haché, but Haché picks up the puck on the near side boards and clears it. Soto in the neutral zone dumps it in. Just 40 seconds into the overtime period. Stretch pass. He tried to get it to Coe at the line. Couldn't get it to him. Puck on the far side boards in the Frontenac zone. And Kingston looking to clear. They lose it at the line. Russell has it for North Bay. He sends it in along the boards. It's up on the far side corner. Goes there, knocked away off his stick. Now he tries to go back in behind the net. Sends it to the corner. That's Jackson. Jackson couldn't get the pass to the point, so the Battalion have to retreat, and they fire it right back in. Minute 10 in. 4-4. Into the neutral zone. Dumped down the ice into the North Bay end. It's Winslow behind the net, lost it. The pass out in front is turned aside. Picked up on the near side by Petrov. Gets it up the middle. It's Wakely. Almost had some room, but the puck just rolling away from him going into the Frontenac zone. Picked up behind the net by Roger. He sends it to the half-boards Belanger, and he dumps it out. In the neutral zone, Nelson plays it up ahead, looking for Petrov coming over the blue line. Edmonds knocks it away from him on the half-boards. Good battle there as the puck now moves into the North Bay zone. Played towards the net. Edmonds shot from behind the net. That did not go in. It comes around to the near side. Tarasevic fires it down the ice. It's Petrov coming in on the left wing. Petrov going to the goal line, knocked away from him, and it's picked up behind the net by Haché. He gets it up to the blue line, and the Frontenacs get out of the zone with it. That's Edmonds on the far side. His pass to Belanger goes off his stick. Redirected at the goaltender, DiVincentes, who holds on to it for a stoppage in play. Almost 2:20 into the third period. 3:20 into the overtime period. It's 4-4.
Math is hard. It's all right. We're all there. This is my first live overtime playoff game as part of a broadcast crew, so the nerves are real.
Yeah, they are. There's a shot in, punched away by DiVincentes, way up in the air, finally came down. That had some hang time on it, and now they're going to call a hand pass as Van Steensel kind of pushed it out over the line, and then Arnsby touched it into the neutral zone.
Yeah, I was just going to finish that up by saying I was a part of the longest Battalion game in history, a triple overtime heartbreaker to the Kingston Frontnacs. A few years ago that ended the Battalion season, but I was in studio for that, so I wasn't actually in the arena. So I've been to overtime games. I was here for the Kujawinski one, but not in person like this.
That shot wide off the draw, in behind the net. Onto the half boards, Mathurin trying to get it out of the zone. Big battle along the boards on the left side of the zone. It goes in behind the net. Ladd has it. Clears it on the far side. 3 minutes expired in the overtime period. The Frontenacs dump it down the ice. Ladd will chase for North Bay behind the net. Goes down his far side and gets it out of the zone again. Murray tries to play it ahead. It's turned over in the neutral zone. Here comes Russell down the left wing. Cuts to the middle. Russell will carry it behind the net. Looks to center it. That went off the body of Coe and then to the far side boards where Russell picks it up. He sends it on net. Save made. And the rebound turned aside by the Frontnacs. At the line, it's Nelson here to the middle. Russell's shot. That got stopped. Russell to the left side. Can't get to Coe. Down the point. Winslow's shot comes in. That gets stopped as well. Winslow keeps it in the zone. Going into the corner. Winslow to the point to Coe. Coe, his shot, that gets blocked, and it comes out of the zone. Winslow gets it quickly over to Nelson, and Nelson dumps it back into the Frontenac zone. Murray can't get it out of the zone. Fans on the clearing attempt. That allows Coe to get it, centering to Nelson, but he cannot bury it. And in the corner, it's Wakely now for the Battalion. He gives it to Coe. Coe back down low to Petrov. Petrov tried to center it, couldn't get it onto the stick of any of his teammates, and it clears the zone. 4 minutes into the fourth period. 4-4 the score. Into the corner. Petrov with it. Petrov centered. Wakely could not get the shot off. Sent down the ice. This will roll right to DiVincentis, who gets a lot of snow right in the mask with Chromiak coming down towards him. And DiVincentis had to be careful there. He thought it was going to go by him, and then it hit his toe right up against the post.
Yeah, good thing his toe was right up against the post, because that would have been heartbreak central if that was what ended this game.
North Bay get the puck out of the zone. Chasing it down the ice is Tarasevic. He goes into the corner on the near side boards. Tries to play it to the point. That got blocked. Edmonds will bring it out. Sends it down the ice. Chromiak behind the net, knocked off his stick by Ladd, and the Battalion, they can't clear, kept in the zone by Belanger, and then another poke check, and that allows Petrov to get it out of the zone. Petrov over the blue line, he drops it to Wakely. Wakely looking for the pass to Tarasevic on the far side, but that did not get through, and now the Frontenacs will get it out of the zone. It's Soto the other way to the left side. Belanger, the shot, save made by the goaltender for Bedick. And the Battalion and the Frontenacs continue to play here all even at 4 in the first overtime period with 14:47 to go.
Yeah, Dom DiVincentis looking very square to the shooter on that one, and really getting down and keeping the butterfly and not giving off a rebound as the net was then knocked off by Ladd taking a Frontenacs player in. Just finishing this play, so another quick whistle here and we're back underway.
Into the near side corner in the North Bay zone. Couple of players battling there. McDonald at the boards, gets it over to Arnsby. He finds Van Steensel, and it's dumped down the ice. Into the Frontenac zone. Murray pushes it around to Parrish. Parrich's clearing attempt is blocked by McDonald. McDonald centers it. Van Steensel's there, and he cannot bury it. And off the end boards, it comes out in front. That's denied. Now Arnsby with a chance, and his shot is blocked as well. Winslow keeps the puck in. He got right down into a squat and shoveled the puck forward with his hands to keep it alive. And now Jackson comes in over to McDonald. McDonald to the net, and he goes flying up and over the crossbar basically to avoid a big collision there, and couldn't get the shot off. 6 minutes into the period. 4-4 the score here in overtime. It's Russell down the right wing side. Russell into the corner, centered, and it's just out of the reach for Coe to get a shot. Back to that area, and they can't get another one as the defense of the Frontenacs collapse. At the line, Coe takes a shot that goes into the near side corner. Jackson trying to get it there. Now it's kicked away and in behind the net. That's Roger. He plays it to the boards to Arcuri. Arcuri can't get it over the blue line. Still at the line. Now Ledwinski carries it over. Ledwinski down the left wing side. Play to the middle, that's right there, and he cannot get the shot off. And now it's Wakely racing down the other way. Parrish with a hard poke check there to get it away from Wakely rushing into the zone. 7 minutes into the overtime period here in game 2. 4-4 tie as Petrov moves it through the neutral zone, turns it over. Belanger has it, but the Frontenacs go offside. 7:09 in, 4-4.
Well, Matt, I can tell you, I don't know about you, but my palms are getting sweaty and my knees are definitely weak. And after this game, I'm going for a hearty helping of Mom's spaghetti for sure. I know I've made that joke before, but it never goes out of style. But yeah, it's getting to it's getting to oh my goodness time here, so it's a little tight here as Petrov almost caused the Battalion quite the giveaway, but offside thankfully helped us out there.
Sent down the ice into the North Bay zone off that draw, and it's in behind the net. Jackson plays it to the far side boards. Murray pinches in, sends it to the corner. Now Mathurin gets it out of that area, trying to get it out of the zone. Gets it up ahead to Coe, and Coe makes a move going down the right wing side. Brandon Coe on the half boards, plays it in front of the net, and Merilainen finds it. Jackson caused a screen skating across, and Merilainen almost lost sight of it.
And that was like, it's a game. We talk about baseball and how it's a game of inches. No. Hockey is also a game of inches, as that just got under the very tip of his pad and stuck there. Merilainen, I mean, his pad's not there. We're talking about something different right now.
What a neat play there by Jackson, though, to not touch the puck, just to cause that screen. Off the draw, Arnsby looking for it. He gets it on the board, sends it in front. McDonald tipped it, but it went wide of the net. And the Frontnacs find it and clear it. 7:50 gone in the first overtime. 4-4 between the Battalion and the Frontnacs, and icing will be called here against North Bay.
And the referees in the stands not fans of that call. But the referee made the call, and we'll have to deal with the icing call on the far side, or the blocker side of Dom DiVincentis, our broadcast left, and on the broadcast side of the rink as well. So hopefully the Battalion can get the puck up and out of here real quick.
Off the draw, Hache has it from the line. Shot in, off a body, and in behind the net. Frasca tries to center it. That got blocked, and that one is sent down the ice. The puck is rolling on its side. Will it cross the line? It finally does. But McDonald felt like he might have had a step there. And another icing call that the fans are not going to like.
I mean, again, game of inches, but that it did reach the goal line, so it was an icing call. It's just that hopefully when we were looking at it, it looked like it might just slow down. But
off the draw, the shot on net. DiVincentis makes the save, and then the Battalion defense had to clear it out of the goal-scoring area. It was sitting right there on the doorstep, and the Battalion do get it out to the neutral zone. 11:40 to go in the period. 4-4 as the Battalion and the Frontnacs play with it at center ice. Parrish, long dump in, off the end boards right towards DiVincentis, who covers it up for a stoppage in play. 11:29 to go, 4-4 here in the overtime period.
Well, shots on goal now up to 48 for the Troops and 33 for the Frontnacs, so both teams trying to throw anything and everything on net, and I think that's the right thing that you need to do because, again, I hate bringing him up, but Don Cherry, one thing he said all the time is throw everything, including the kitchen sink, on net come overtime because all it takes is one shot.
Off the draw, Ladd has the puck, sends it to the near side boards for Tarasevich, trying to get it out of the zone. A couple of stick checks. It's in behind the net now. DiVincentis has it. He plays it to the far side. Mathurin has room, and he uses it to clear the zone. In the neutral zone, Tarasevich can't hold the puck, and it is Edmonds going back the other way for the Frontnacs. Down the left wing, into the corner. Mathurin into that corner, looking for it. It's behind the net, and it's Ladd who has the puck. He almost fell over there. Had one leg up in the air before planting both feet firmly and sending it down the ice. And it's Petrov trying to get up ahead to Tarasevich, who plays the bounce off the boards, sends it wide of the net. It's on the half boards on the far side. Wakely in behind the net to Petrov. Gets it back to Wakely in front of the net. His shot got blocked. Belanche in front of that one. In the corner again, it's Tarasevich and Wakely battling there for the Battalion. Tarasevich knocked down. It's up ahead on the stick of Chromiak, and he gets it out of the zone. Into the neutral zone. Nelson has it with 10:20 to go in the period. Sent down the ice. Coe has it. Deflects it into the Frontnac zone. In the corner, in behind the net, now around to the half boards on the far side, comes back in front of the net, down to the point, Nelson's there, fakes the shot, sends it around behind the net, Coe is there, Coe in the corner, Coe Dancing in and out of trouble. He sends it behind the net for Russell. Russell gets the pass down to the point to Winslow. He gets it to the half boards to Coe. Coe spinning around, trying to get some room. He sends it to the goal line to Russell. Back down to the point to Coe. Across to the right side, it's Nelson. Nelson shot wide of the net. Into the far side corner, it's Coe there again. He plays it on the end boards for Russell. Russell behind the net, looking for the puck, trying to get a pass out. It's stolen off the stick of Russell, but they can't clear it. It's off the stick of Coe. Kept in at the line by Winslow. It's back up on the half boards to Coe. He skates in, feathers it across. It's Nelson pitching in, but he can't get the shot. It's sent around to the far side. Weird bounce off the corner that allows the Frontnacs to get control and send it out of the zone. North Bay from the neutral zone. Fire it right back into Miralainen, who gloves it down with 9:10 to play. He gets it out of the zone. Wisdom turns it over at the line. Here comes McDonald on the breakaway. McDonald in alone, right into the chest of Miralainen for the save. Halfway through the overtime period, 4-4 the score remains. Let's send it over to Bob.
Thanks, Matt. The Battalion coming close to ending it there. Lots of good chances for both teams in the overtime. North Bay's had better chances, though. The old overtime axiom is in the first 10 minutes, you try to win it, and then in the second 10 minutes, that's when guys start to get tired. Watch for the last 2 minutes of the overtime if we get to that. That's when mistakes are made. Which team has its legs, which team is deeper, which team is in better shape in conditioning, that could play a role late in the overtime. Watch for that. Both goalies are good right now all game long. DiVincentis has been outstanding, and so has Miralainen. So it's going to be an interesting finish here. 4-4, second half of overtime, guys.
Thank you very much, Bob. Shots on goal now 49-33 in favor of the Troops, so the Battalion pouring it on a little bit. And they're going to go right back out there with that identity line of Arnsby, Van Steensel, and McDonald that was just out there just before the stoppage. And why not? They just had a grade A opportunity on that last play. So keep the good times going, I think is Coach Ryan Houlihan saying. But, you know, he's going to get a couple of gray hairs from this one for sure.
No doubt. Off the draw, Arnsby, down to the point, Ladd can't keep it in off the boards, and it's a foot race to it. Ludwinski trying to beat Ladd to the puck. They both collide in the corner, and they stay on their feet. And now a couple of guys go into that area. Puck comes in front of the net, but Van Steensel's there for the North Bay Battalion. The Troops get it out to the neutral zone. It's Murray down the left wing side for Ludwinski. He fires it in on the dump in. Around the boards, Arcuri pushes it back behind the net. Wright battling for it. It goes to the half boards on the far side for McDonald. McDonald across to the near side to Ladd. Ladd down the ice, deflected and dumped into the Frontnacs zone. In behind the net, the Frontnacs are controlling it. They send it out to the neutral zone. 8:15 to play. Into the corner, it's Nelson. In behind the net to the far side, Christopoulos. Christopoulos up to the blue line, and he gets it to Wakely. Wakely dumps it in down the left wing side. In behind the net. It comes back out in front and then cleared. It is Winslow trying to dump it in. Blocked by the Frontnacs, and they get it into the North Bay zone. Winslow chasing behind his own net. He's held on the boards by Chromiak. Couple of bodies in the area. Puck knocked away, and it's Petrov who has it and carries it to the far side corner. Petrov looking down his left wing side. Petrov over the blue line, coming down the right wing. Petrov into the zone, makes a move, gets in front, and then at the last second, it's poked off his stick. And the Frontnacs get clear, and they go down the ice. Soto dumps it in. Nelson along the boards, plays it to the far side. Picked up by Wisdom. He sends it to Frasca. His shot wide. Wisdom picks it up, sends it to the line, and the Frontnacs can't hold it there. 7:11 remaining in the period. 4-4 the score. It's down into the Frontnacs zone in the corner, flipped around the boards to the near side. Wisdom able to clear. Sent down the ice. It's Mathurin chasing it. He gets it up to the blue line quickly. That is Russell sending it down the ice. Jackson racing towards it. And they're going to call off icing there against North Bay with 6:50 remaining in the overtime period. 4-4 the score.
Jackson doing everything he could to make sure it wasn't going to be an icing call, but unfortunately he just didn't have the legs in him, and it ended up getting to that hash mark for that hybrid icing going in Kingston's favor as they counter with Wright, Ludwinski, and Arcuri out there.
Face off inside the North Bay zone. The Battalion win it back. And they send it to the near side boards to Coe. Coe lost it on the boards. The puck to the middle of the zone, and now it goes to the far side. Russell trying to get it out, and he does. The Frontnacs in their own zone. Play it up ahead. Arcuri coming in on the left wing. Ludwinski behind the net. Carrying it to the far side. Sent to the point. Hache, his shot. Bounces in front of the net. And the Battalion are able to clear it. What a weird bounce that took. Hache all the way back into his own zone for the Frontnacs. His pass across the zone. Almost turned over, but the Battalion can't do anything with it. Now Ladd has it. Poked off his stick coming in the zone. And the Frontnacs trying to go the other way. Looking to dump it in. They do get it over the line. Wright playing into the corner. Now behind the net, Ladd takes it away. And he sends it to the near side to Mathurin, who gets it down the right wing for McDonald. McDonald up to Arnsby. Arnsby's pass into the zone is blocked. And the Frontnacs will go the other way. There's a hit thrown. In behind the net. Picked up on the near side. North Bay clear. It's Arnsby down the left wing, one-on-one. Arnsby stays out wide, waiting for some support. Centers to McDonald, shot, save made. Nelson coming in, and his shot got blocked on a beautiful back check by Belanger to dive in front of Kidnelli's shot to keep this game going. Now Wakely in the zone. Wakely on his knee, sets it up for Tarasevic, but he can't bury it. Tarasevic tried to center it, that got blocked. Wisdom will carry it out of the zone. Wisdom making a move, trying to get in, but he can't get past Christopoulos, but then he bounces off the boards, gets it back, and then they get the puck off his stick and send it into the corner, and Petrov picks it up there for the Battalion, and Petrov will spin and go down his near far side boards, gets it over to Wakely. Wakely into the attacking zone. His shot goes high. Off the bench, it's Coe. Flips it around the near side boards. There's Petrov. Petrov plays it to the half boards to Christopoulos, whose shot comes in. And Miralainen makes a quick glove save. 4:23 remaining in the overtime period. 4-4 the tie.
The Battalion playing with a short bench here in overtime, as we have yet to see that fourth line come out here. And interesting, I haven't seen Lukin come out to play at all since probably about the beginning of the third period. We've seen Nelson coming out to take extra shifts with Christopoulos out there. So I wonder if he's okay, if he's on the bench, or if he's been taken out with an injury.
Off the draw, the Frontnacs control deep in their own zone. Now they turn it over behind the net. Coe is there for the Battalion. Coe sets up to Jackson right on the doorstep, but he can't push it past Miralainen. Some pushing and shoving after the whistle, but it looks like cooler heads will prevail. 51 shots on the board for the Battalion, 4-4 here in the overtime period.
Well, if you're the Ottawa Senators, I know Pierre Dorion came here once to see Miralainen play and probably wasn't too impressed with his effort in that game, but I think you're probably pretty impressed with his effort through these two games so far.
Absolutely. Off the draw, the Frontnacs are able to clear, and they send it down the ice. Christopoulos picks it up, and he gives it up to Coe. Coe, cross-zone pass to Jackson, and offside will be the call. 4 minutes remaining in the first overtime period. It's 4-4, North Bay and Kingston.
And that was probably the most the easiest offside call to make all game long, as Russell was about a half a step ahead of everyone. So the Battalion looking to try and erase that here now, as they keep the same line out there with Nelson and Winslow on the back end, trying to get the overtime winner here.
The Frontnacs win the draw. Hache, long dump in. And no icing there, but the Battalion clear it quickly down the ice. Jackson trying to control, could not catch up to the puck. And now it's Edmonds going the other way for Kingston. He fires it in, saved made by DiVincentis, who turns it aside, flips it over the glass, and out of play. 3:39. I mean, this overtime period has really rolled by here as the score remains 4-4.
Yeah, and you know what? I got to say, I think no one on the Frontnacs, I mean, everyone on the Frontnacs bench is going to want to score an overtime winner. But no one's going to want to score it more than Edmonds over there, as he's the hometown kid.
That's right.
And taking that shot from the point there, you know he's trying to get his team to win.
Off the draw, big scrum in the middle. It goes in behind the net off the boards. Nelson gets it up on the near side and out of the zone. In the neutral zone, the Frontnacs control. It's Arcuri coming back in, gets some room. The shot scores, and this game is over. The Frontnacs take game 2, 5-4 in overtime on the goal from Arcuri coming in the zone and getting it under the pad of DiVincentis. And we will head to Kingston with the series tied 1 game apiece.
Well, one thing we know for sure is we'll be here Saturday for Game 5, and hopefully the Battalion will have a chance.
Hang on a second. I thought the officials were looking to review this one.
No, I don't think so, but we know for a fact that the Battalion will hopefully have a chance to clinch on home ice next Saturday, assuming that they win 2 games here in Kingston. It'll be a tough task, but that's North Bay's first loss here in the playoffs, so shame it had to come here in this one, but the Battalion can look ahead to a good game in Kingston on Tuesday, and we'll turn things over to Bob Coles to take you through the post-game show.
Yeah, tough loss for the North Bay Battalion as they lose in overtime with the 16:36 mark. Arcuri scores for the Kingston Frontnacs, and they win it 5-4 in a game they never trailed. And give the Battalion credit. We'll have the stats in a moment. We'll update the other OHL games. Mississauga has lost game 2 to Hamilton 4-2, so the Bulldogs up 2-0. Sioux and Flint, the Firebirds, up 2-1, and that game is after 1 period of play. Flint took game 1, and tonight Kitchener and Windsor and the Spitfires won game 1 last night over the Rangers. Stats in this one, Kingston had a 3-1 lead after 1. They led 3-0 at one point. North Bay tied it with 2 unanswered in the second. Each team scored in the third, and Kingston gets the winner in overtime. Shots on goal overall 51-35 for the Battalion, who had 2 goalies in this one. Joe Verbetic started. He gave up 3 goals. And Dom DiVincentis gives up 2, including the overtime winner. Tough shot, though. Just a good goal by the Frontnacs. And the shots on goal overall, North Bay outshot Kingston in the second and third, 19-7 and 15-9. But were outshot 14-12 in the first. Overall, each team had 5 overtime shots. And overall, 51-35 Battalion. Power play, 0 for 2 for the visitors, 1 for 4 for the home side. Faceoffs won 39-36 for the visitors. And Kingston, as I mentioned, opened the scoring with 3 straight to begin the game. Jake Murray's third from Francesco Arcuri, the overtime hero, and Paul Ludwinski. Matthew Soto got his first of 2 from Jordan Frasca and Zaid Wisdom, and Martin Kromiak's third from Lucas Perrick at 8:02, so 2 goals in 17 seconds. Before the period was over, Mitchell Russell scored his 8th of the playoffs, unassisted at 13:06, 3-1 after 1. Second period, 2 North Bay goals. Brandon Coe's 5th from Ty Nelson and Russell, so a 2-point game for him. That was at 3:17, and then 3:35 later, Anthony Romani, his second from Dallin Wakely, and that tied it at 3. Soto, 38 seconds into the third, got his second of the game from Arcuri again, and Shane Wright. North Bay tied it at 5:35. Matvey Petrov from Brandon Coe and Ty Nelson on the power play. A couple of points for Coe and Nelson in this one. And that set the stage for the overtime winner by Francesco Arcuri, his 4th playoff goal from Lucas Perrick at 16:36. And just a couple of penalties in the third. Braden Hash for holding an Avery Winslow delay of game for the Battalion. So the crowd's disappointed, but you know, the Battalion almost had that miraculous comeback, Derek, down 3-0. They managed to tie it, down 4-3. They managed to tie it again, but give Marilainen credit in the overtime. He made 3 or 4 really good saves and a couple of those backhands, and unfortunately the Frontnacs get the last laugh, get the winner in overtime, and tie the series.
Yeah, definitely that. I really thought the Battalion did a great job. They came back a couple times, and that's the positives you got to take away from tonight's defeat, is that we came back from a 3-0 deficit in the first period. We got it tied up 3-3 going into the third period of play, and then again fell down 4-3 and tied it back up. But we had the pressure in overtime. Marilainen made a couple big saves, but a perfectly placed shot by Francesco Arcuri just one of those spots that you want to put that shot. About 6 inches off the ice, just above the pad and below the glove. Devin Sanchez not able to get the glove down fast enough to take that away, and you know what? That's the way we said it was going to be one perfect shot that was going to win this.
Yeah, it's a series, and Kingston got the game today, and they'll play again Tuesday night. And they got a little momentum. That'll be a fun bus ride for the Frontnacs. Battalion, though, you can't win every game in the playoffs. You know you're going to lose one some along the way. And by the way, the goaltending breakdown on the shots today. Verbetic gave up 3 goals on 10 shots. DiVicentis 2 goals on 25 shots. Really can't fault DiVicentis on the winner. He was very solid in there. He looked really comfortable in the playoffs. That's a good sign. And, North Bay's just going to not fall behind 3-0. They used so much energy, but the crowd was great. And the crowd gave them a nice round of applause as they left the ice. Pleased with the effort the Battalion gave them. So Game 5 will be Saturday. The next 2 road games are in Kingston, of course, Tuesday and Thursday. And Saturday night, that'll be fun. Derek, more Saturday night hockey. It was a thriller the last Saturday they played at home against Ottawa. Big crowd on hand for that, and I'm sure that'll be the case next Saturday night as well.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get a few more fans out here into this building, make it a little bit louder and a little bit more difficult on the Frontnacs to come back here into this building. We never want to make it easy here to play at Memorial Gardens, but 2 tough games on the road. Kingston now has found a way to beat this North Bay Battalion team, something they hadn't done all year up until this game. North Bay winning 5 straight. But that's the thing is, you're not going to win every game in the playoffs. You're not going to go through undefeated. It's how you bounce back after this defeat and how you respond when you go take that trip down and play Kingston on Tuesday down there.
Yeah, it's 2 in a row. So North Bay is heading down on Tuesday, and they'll be coming back after Thursday's game. And we understand as far as next Saturday. Now, the schedule is interesting next week because there will be a Game 5 Saturday night. So I'm sure Kingston will come up on Friday and play Saturday here. And then if there's a 6th game, it'll be a week from tonight. So that means the Battalion won't have much time to rest or prepare. That's a tough back-to-back. 5 hours of travel both ways. It's both teams, so no one gets the advantage, but it's an interesting, could be an interesting thing there next weekend, Derek, for both teams. But Kingston's still got to win a game at home, and North Bay, and their goal should be the same as Kingston's: get the split, get back here, 2-2, home ice advantage, best 2 out of 3. That's sort of the goal, isn't it, heading into Kingston?
Yeah, the goal heading into Kingston is at least get one to get home ice advantage back and take care of your own home ice. No matter what happens, it's going to be a long series. We knew that going into it, it wasn't going to be a cakewalk for either team, and that's what we've seen so far. 2 good quality hockey games here at Memorial Gardens. But you talk about that road trip coming up, if it happens on Saturday, Sunday, the only one it's going to be easier on is the team that wins that Game 5 if it happens.
Let's talk about the start for the Battalion. What do you think happened? Kingston started on time, and they came at the Battalion pretty hard. They were flying in the first half of that first period, building up a 3-0 lead. What do you think was the issue there for the Battalion?
Just flat. They came out flat. They came out, I'm not going to say overconfident because we really don't know. It's just they didn't have the speed and the focus that they did in the first game. And you just seen the defense playing a little bit more subtle, backing into your own zone, not as aggressive at the blue line, allowing Kingston to get easy entries into the zone and just rebounds. Sometimes that's what happens, and North Bay has to find a way to get out to a fast start in their next game, Game 3 there Tuesday night.
Yeah, I thought I know this happened the other night, Derek, and I wanted to mention this earlier in the show, but they were up 4-1. Kingston, so much talent. They scored quick goals. They made it a 1-goal game. But sometimes you don't learn that lesson unless you lose the game, right? And I think that's what happened. I think Kingston could dominate you for stretches. Their top 2 lines, very talented players, and I think we've seen that a couple of times in each game. And North Bay got away with it, I think. don't know if that's too unkind, but Kingston certainly changed the game on Friday night, turning a 4-1 game into a 4-3 game. Got 2 empty netters to win 6-4. And tonight, give them credit. They battled hard. They tied the game twice, but you got to be aware of what Kingston can do in your own zone all the time.
And that's the thing, is you can't lose focus in your own zone. Kingston is so powerful that no matter who is out there, you got to be paying attention to who is on the ice, where they are at all times, where the puck is, and movement away from the puck. And that's what Kingston does, is they try and have so much movement away from the puck that they create those scoring chances. And just the speed, our Curry there with that game winner off the stride, he shot that in stride. Didn't even miss a beat, just putting it past Devin Santos. And that's the thing. North Bay has the same thing. They have that firepower. They know that if they fall behind like they did tonight, that they can get back into a game, but you don't want to. You want to play a full 60 minutes, start to finish, get started on time.
Well, we've waited a few years for an overtime thriller in North Bay. This wasn't the result that people were expecting, Derek. Looks like we got a long series here.
Definitely. Again, we knew coming into it wasn't going to be an easy series. We saw the stats. We won 4 in the regular season. We won all 4 games. Playoff hockey is totally different. You can have one player or 2 players take over a game and maybe sneak out a game in a playoff series. These players are going to get to know each other, and it's going to be a tough series going forward. Game 3 is going to be a big, heavy battle down in Kingston. Neither team is going to make it easy on the other.
Okay, Derek, thanks for your comments, and that's going to wrap up our broadcast this afternoon. A tough 5-4 overtime loss for the Battalion to the Kingston Frontnacs. We evened the series at 1-1. Again, games 3 and 4, Tuesday and Thursday in Kingston, and we're back on the air for you at 6:50 Saturday night, Game 5, and it also could be, I think that's a Leaf night as well, so it could be a crazy night of hockey. For example, the Leafs would be playing Game 7 Saturday night as well. So, but for Battalion fans, they'll be here in droves, cheering on the troops in Game 5, and we'll be here to describe it for you. Again, the final, the Kingston Frontnacs 5, the North Bay Battalion 4 in overtime. For Matt Sukram, Courtney Kenny, our producer Ben Long, and Derek Lindemann, I'm Bob Coles. Good afternoon, good evening from Memorial Gardens.